God bless you.
Thank you very much, Barrister. Thank you for that clarification, which means his medical health condition is improving. It's not maybe deteriorating as it was before. I think that is what I will get from there. But he still needs more attention medically. I don't know if I'm right. Exactly. All right. Okay, let's take another question, Barrister. Barrister, I hope you can hear me.
I'm hearing you very loud and clear.
All right. All right. Okay, let's come to the D-Day now regarding the issue, on 15th of this month, which is the Supreme Court ruling. We know that you have passed through tough time, and a lot of things has happened in defending our leader, Mazi Nnamdi and the IPOB. This is your right as a legal practitioner in Nigeria, but we understand what is behind it. What is the expectation? What is the expectation? What is the expectation will it be regarding that day on the judgment? What do you, by the Biafrans, what are we going to see? What do you think is what we are going to, what is our expectation on that day?
Okay, thank you. It's very unfortunate that we operate a system where people are asking questions of this nation. We operate a system where people are begging an arm of government to respect court orders and also to do the needful. It's important at this point in time to make this clear. So I've repeatedly said it in some of my press releases and interviews granted to mainstream media in Nigeria. But I wish I was speaking a very low manner so people understand what I'm saying. As very unfortunate as it is, Mazi Nnamdi case is first of its kind in this country, where a court of superior decision, in this case, Court of Appeal, Intermediate Court of Records, delivered a judgment and directed for a citizen to be released unconditionally, one, for there to be no further trial on any form of indictment concerning that citizen, for there to be no further detention concerning that citizen. Then the government went on appeal. Without going into the merit otherwise of the appeal, this has never happened before since the history of my practice of as a lawyer in this country. As a matter of fact, there's no legal jurisprudence, there's no legal decision, there's no deciding authority that authorizes the state to appeal, to file appeal of this nation. Because the law is right and clear. When a citizen who is being prosecuted or who is being prosecuted on a criminal matter is discharged in the circumstance in which Mazi Nnamdi was discharged, amounting to acquittal, the person will naturally, assuming the person was in court on the day the pronouncement was made by the court, walk free from that court without being interrupted, intercepted, or arrested by anybody, sent to the house, to his house. This is the system. This is how it operates. I've not seen where a court will say, we decide that someone has no case to answer, or someone is tried and acquitted, then the person, a government prosecuting, will appeal. And on top of that, continue to detain the person. It hasn't happened. Now, a charge was brought against him before the Federal High Court. On application led by Professor Michael Zekomet, the court struck out 8-count charge out of 15-count charge. Unsatisfied with many counts, an appeal was filed against the many 7 count charge. The government responded. The appeal was argued on the merits, and the court upheld our appeal and consequently struck out the many 7 count charge. The court did not only struck out the many count charge, the court discharged Nnamdi of any further indictment. Even after striking out that 7 count charge, the court proceeded to rule to direct the federal government to release them unconditionally. The court further proceeded to direct the federal government not to entertain, not to file any charge or indictment against Mazi in any court in Nigeria. Ordinarily, what's expected in the circumstance is for the federal government to comply with the order of the court. Without further ado, it's important for me to also mention that when this was going on, when that judgment was delivered, the federal government took 2 far-reaching steps to circumvent the judgment delivered by the Court of Appeal. 1, on that day, the judgment was delivered, being 13th of October, 2022. The federal government went to State Court, Federal High Court, and filed a fresh charge against Mazi. And when this fresh charge was filed against him, it was given to the press to announce in their usual manner, and it was widely published. We were not served with this charge. Now, 2, they filed an application to stay the execution of judgment delivered by the Court of Appeal. So, on the following day, when the matter was slated for report of the outcome of the proceeding before the Court of Appeal, the following week, we went to court. Then the court was also giving the judgment of the Court of Appeal that said, you should not be tried before any court. You should not be further detained. You should be released unconditionally. Then the court said, I don't have jurisdiction to present the charge. Okay, let us have the charge. They didn't serve the charge. And the court consequently struck out that fresh charge they filed against him. That is number 1. Number 2, they filed an application to stay the execution of the judgment of the Court of Appeal. And I've mentioned it here. I've said it to several forums. I've also said it in various Nigerian media houses. That there's no legal authority, both statutory laws or case laws, that authorize the staying the execution of a judgment that's discharged and in the circumstance of that judgment acquitted a series of crimes indictment against him. This an application to stay the execution of the judgment was purely predicated on civil provisions of the Court of Appeal rules. Civil provisions of the Court of Appeal rules. No criminal provision, because what we're talking about is criminal proceedings before the Court of Appeal. And the court, sitting by presented over by a different panel this time around, granted this unprecedented order. Still the Court of Appeal. We then proceeded. The appeal against the Court of Appeal. Then the court, on a different panel, now before a different panel, the court granted the order, staying the execution of the Court of Appeal. Now, when this was done, the federal government went to sleep. They practically abandoned the appeal before the Supreme Court. They didn't file the appellate brief within the time specified by the same court. That court that granted order had a time limit within which the federal government is to file the appellate brief and transmit record. They didn't file the appellate brief. As a matter of fact, the transmission of record to Supreme Court was done at our own prompting. Because they abandoned everything and left. Because what their intention is to keep Nnamdi to show it, to show distinction before the NSSS. The compilation of the record of the Court of Appeal to Supreme Court was done at our own prompting. They didn't file appellate brief within the time stated in the ruling delivered by the is exhaustively argued by Professor Michael Sekome during the address. So, when the matter came up for hearing, we have a lot of applications, so many applications before the Supreme Court. One for transfer to a correctional center pending determination of the appeal, to Barr, pray for medical for doctors trying to see him. So this application, in line with the Eastern rules of the court and practice, we are all disposed of. Then, and also an application for extension of time to file their appellate, if they file out of time, and also an application to regularize what they file. So on that day, we also came up with another application which was served on us a day before the date set for the hearing. What's this application about? Application to amend their grounds of appeal, and also to deem the grounds of appeal amended as properly filed and start. When we look at this application before the court, let's seek after we put our heads together. We understand that the essence of what they're doing is to buy time. It's to buy time because there was no difference between what they filed before and what they're asking the court to amend for what they're seeking court to amend. It's just to buy time. And we said no problem. Go on. We're not opposing. Go on. We're not opposing the application. So we can be able to put in our response, amend our response to accommodate what them. To reflect our direct response to what they filed. So that was done, and the matter was adjourned for hearing. On the date he came up for hearing, they told the court that they were unable to respond to our reply brief, despite the fact that they have sufficient time to do that. Even while coming to court, they came with a draft copy of what they have. Let's say, all the court allowed them a standard to enable them filing. They file what they have in court. They said, no, even if a standard is granted, they cannot be able to file all this process. They want to time. So the matter was called adjourned for the fifth hearing. Unfortunately, the matter came up. It was to come up for the fifth hearing. The court was on vacation. The court was subsequently adjourned for 5th for hearing. And as God may have it, it has been had awaiting judgment. So what I'm trying to say in effect is that in a system where there is suspect the rule of law, where rule of law reigns supreme, I don't think we have any business before the Supreme Court in the first place. It's over. I don't think the federal government have any business going to Supreme Court to challenge the decision of the Court of Appeal without releasing Mazi Nnamdi. So these are concurrent findings from Federal High Court to Supreme Court of Appeal, and incidentally, the Court of Appeal is a unanimous judgment by the 3 justices of the Court of Appeal. Unanimous judgment delivered by 3 justices that sat on the matter. I know how difficult it is to obtain it. A judgment first of all delivered by Federal High Court also upheld and further 2 judgments delivered by 2 panel of judges of the Court of Appeal. So what we are urging the federal government and the Supreme Court to do is simple. We are there on law. Appeal has been filed. Decision be given on law. We don't want any form of political influence on the other. And I believe most strongly that the Supreme Court will do justice to the judgment of judgment coming up on Friday next week. My expectation, I don't think I've lost confidence in judiciary. I don't think so. Some people are insinuating otherwise, but I don't think so. Because if I've lost confidence in judiciary, I don't think that I'll sponsor a child, my first child, who's studying law today in university. I won't ask her to go and read law. I'll ask her to go and read other courses. But I believe I have some hope and some confidence in the panel that sat on this matter, and I believe that justice will be served. Nnamdi Kanu today is being detained unconditionally, unconstitutionally, illegally, and in gross violation of his Eastern rights of content the Constitution. So I don't think that my learned justice of the Supreme Court will look other way when the law speak otherwise. I have so much confidence in them, and I believe that justice will serve come 15th of December 2023. And I want to urge every one of us to remain steadfast and calm, believing that justice will be served. Nnamdi Kanu has suffered. He has been tortured, emotionally and otherwise. Today, I don't want to go into sentiment. Because if I say the same Ejiofor is saying, look, if Nnamdi Kanu is from the north, this will not be happening. If it's from the south, this will not be happening. We have seen cases where someone was arrested in another state, another country, and upon the assumption of office by the president of this country today, 3 months after, he was released. And today he's agitating for Yoruba nation. Today he's asking for that. You are the list. So if I say I may not be faulted if I'm to say that Nnamdi Kanu is being detained today because of an Igbo man. Simple. I don't want to people saying that, but that has to be said. I will not be faulted to say that he's being detained, being tortured, being kept in the worst form, being exposed to all forms of human degradation while he's being detained, because of an Igbo man. I may not be faulted. The facts are there. So what I'm urging the federal government, what I'm urging the judiciary, I don't want to believe that the executive will have influence over the judgment of the 15th of December. I don't want to believe that. I want to believe more strongly that my confidence on the judiciary and my knowledge of the Supreme Court remain unshaken and strong. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, Barrister. Thank you, Barrister. Let me ask you this question also regarding your experiences so far and what you have passing through, and presently, do you have any visible threat? Is there any threat since all these things are going on, and the experience you have experienced regarding the threats? Do you have anything to tell us, mostly on threat, threatening your life? Are you free? Are you free like other lawyers, practicing your field in the zoo in Nigeria?
Thank you, my brother. I believe this is a very important platform and a veritable platform too, indeed, to state to give a chronology of my participation and involvement in this case so far. So Biafrans who have been asking me questions, please, we need you to give us account of the involvement, the case, how far you have gone, how do you come into this case? First of all, I want your friend to know this fact, because I'm going to be kind of very detailed and comprehensive in my analysis, because I don't think I've been able to say this thing before or formally in any public forum, but it's important for how we started, an overview of how we started to behave in facts. Why? Because I'm involved, and how I got involved, and how far I've gone since then. To that end, I want to state that I came into this matter in 2015. 2015 was when I came into this matter. And I was not consulted. I was not consulted immediately. Nnamdi Kanu was arrested from Lagos. Arrested in Lagos and brought Abuja. I was not consulted. But usually I have a practice then that has also remain regular. That before, at the end of every vacation, annual vacation, I usually conduct proceedings by going to prison or the police to get some people who have been unlawfully with them, and also handle their matter and get them out without collecting 1 naira of them. So I had this person they call Samuel White. He was detained at the first CID Abuja here for almost 8 years. So during such visit, I met him, and he gave me account of what happened, told me the part of his case and how they kept him there they brought him from Kefi, detained him at the Kefi police headquarters before bringing him back to CID here. So I immediately contacted people who have been handling the matter, and also they refused to grant him bail. So I filed an application before Abuja High Court here for his fundamental right enforcement. Then he was when upon being served, the process are filed in his court in Abuja High Court. The police transferred him immediately to Kefi prison and slang him with charge that borders on kidnapping, armed robbery, and all whatnot. Because police know how to fabricate and come up with the various studies once they want to detain someone. So I told them to Kefi where that charge was filed, and because then they already transferred him. Upon filing a card, they transferred him back to Kefi, and he was returned at the Kefi prison. So I told them I filed an application to find the competency of the child and everything. So the application was hard. On the day judgment was delivered, I was in court personally to listen to, at least to take the judgment, along with two of my staff. Judgment was delivered, and Samuel White was released. That is short and long story of it. Before I leave the court, he came to me. That paper is still with me today because in the course of time I'll do a note on this case because of time. Those that are not to be known by the public actually. So he gave me a scribbled out something. Someone wrote something and gave him. And the guy is from Plateau State. He's going to Balafutu. Balafutu told him to ask him that he dreamt in the night before they came to court that first of all he will release on that morning. Two, that I'm the one to bring him out. And I asked my junior that came along with me. I said, let us go to see this guy. He said the story is too much. I said, no, let's go and see him. So they now followed me to the prison. While I was there waiting for my turn to be called upon to come and save him, I saw persons who are members of my PD. They told me about what happened in Wuse 2, where Mazi when he was brought to court, and how police arrested over 120 persons that came from southeast, from the east, to show solidarity with him. And many of them were detained in prison custody there, and some women among them were detained elsewhere. So I said, please, can I help you? I said, why? Well, I don't know for our people. I said, don't worry, I've been doing it for other people. Don't worry, I'm going to get the ball. So in the course of that discussion, they called me to come and see Balafutu. I left them. So I got to, after meeting with Balafutu, I left. Balafutu has been detained in prison for 13 years without trial. So, but he has been released for the past 3 years ago. I've gone. The summer I left. I'm done with the case, actually. So I also did it with governor. So I was unable to exchange numbers with these guys, and I left. So on my way, I was like, I was unable to get this guy's number. How can I contact them? Do I need to go back to prison to get this information? So we're just discussing this, approaching AYA in Abuja here. My phone rang. Because when you want to visit someone in prison custody, you need to give them their particulars, their name, their phone numbers, and so on. So when this guy came out, they looked for my phone numbers and got it and called me. I said, hey, thank God. People should proceed to my office immediately. Let's do something about this. So the long and short story was that 2 days after, I appeared for these persons. In a chat number CR132/215, between Commissioner of Police, this was Abu Moses, and 120 others. That's the name of the case. So 120 others means that those that were affected by being detained were 120 persons. So Biafrans. They brought them on a 2 Black Maria vehicle. So that morning, so I was in court. Their case was mentioned. My submission lasted for 1 hour, 30 or 2 hours case a day. So for the matter to be struck out and for them to be decided and struck out. So, and the person appearing for the police responded. The court rules for about 30 minutes to come back at the early. Then the court discharged them and struck out the charge, and all of them left. I never collected 1 naira from anybody on this. Then, when out of course, the election and all whatnot, I left my office. Mazi Onyendika was in law. Also came to my office to thank me and all some other persons. Thank me for what happened. So I was there when his phone rang in my office. Then one said, hold on. I said, who is the person? I said, Mazi's wife want to speak with me. That's Lord Ukeshukano, Excellency. So I said, okay, let me talk. I can remember what he said. He said, Barrister, how are you? I said, fine. I said, Madam, good morning, good afternoon. So after saying those things, I said, Barrister, I want to tell you something. I said, what happened? He said, Barrister, I want to tell you, good afternoon, I want to tell you today that you are the one who's going to bring out my husband from detention. You are going to get involved in this case. I said, which case? Say the main case before the Federal High Court. You are the one to bring out my husband from detention. Move in now and bring him out. And look at the in-law. I said, okay, madam, no problem. I will do my best. Then, before proceeding, actually, I had told my client, told Mazi to warn his brothers, not to mention my name on a platform before now. Now, as I speak to you now, I said, because any day they'll mention my name in platforms, I'll mention their names. So to tell them to desist from mentioning my names in any social media platforms, because I know they are creating a lot of problems for me. I know what they are doing against me at my back, and I've been telling him all those things. So, but I wouldn't want a situation whereby any of them will mention my name on any social media platform. I told him to tell them to warn them to stay away from me. So, then I've not, for the first time, met with him Nambikano. Not seeing him. I've not even been in that court. I asked the father-in-law, what are we going to do now? I said, I've not seen this child. So I need to see the child to file appeal for his death. So he will rush the court, gets a copy of the charge, and brought to me. So I prepared an application for his bail. Very well detailed application for his bail. As soon as I got involved in this case, Insulet started sponsoring all forms of inflammatory publications against me. Threats of all kinds. He also released my phone number on radios. People were calling, threatening me, tagging me, they tagged me, so that I have come to poison Nabikan.
Barrister, sorry, if I may direct a bit, this one you are saying involving Kingsley, is it 2015 when Onyendu was first arrested in Lagos?
Yes.
Was it then or this present one? Then
I want to, I started from the beginning for you to understand the prejudice I've suffered so far in this case. I'm just giving clear account of what I've suffered.
All right,
and where I am to where we are today.
Go ahead. I just want to.
That was 2015. So he released my numbers to Radio Biafra and those other places who were calling me on phone, threatening that they're going to kill me. So I told Madam at some point, I said no, that I am tired. Even now, people were expressing concern. But I said, you follow this case. Nobody will kill you. I said, I don't know. But Madam was insisting. We also went as far as sponsoring publication before Nigerian print media, calling Onyendu names, unprintable names, on social media, that this and that. And it took personally written letters, 1, 2, power of attorney, for me to be involved. 2, before she can even publish anything on radio, on social, on print media, we demanded from her that she indemnify them against what she's publishing, or their publishing, and she signed them. So, and that letter, those letters, and the handwritten letter she wrote, she insisted that she wants me, or the father-in-law, to show it to her husband. Anyway, she's coming to court. That once her husband sees that letter, that the rest will be story. And that was what happened. That was really what happened. By the time we are talking about this now, the young lawyer who was involved in the matter, and also the settlement, we are telling the world that Nnamdi was perfectly well, that is doing well, being well fed, and all whatnot. When unknown to them that Nnamdi was bleeding from the nose at the point he was detained at the SS custody. He bleeding at the point he was detained at SS custody. So, and he was able to see him only once. The lawyer was able to see him once. But he would come out and tell the world that he was doing well, that he was doing well fed, drinking good water, and was sleeping well and waking up well. So, but I don't want to go into that. So, and eventually we came into this matter. When Nnamdi saw the letter, the handwritten letter from the wife, then I asked me in court, are you Ejiofor? I said, yes, Ejiofor. Look at me and say, Ejiofor, you are part of this case. Call the other person. Then I called him. And that's when the entire problem started. That was when the entire problem started. Because me, my hands are clean. I don't know if you are doing anything at my back. I don't know. I don't want to know. Depending on what you have in mind, I don't want to know. I don't care to know. So we got involved, and I discovered that this case is not a case you can go on without involving a senior advocate. I contacted my uncle, who is a seasoned senior advocate, Chief Chuksumoma SAN. I said, come and join us and lead us in this case. There was a lot of interest at stake, a lot of people are interested, and let's have an Iroko that will lead us. Chuksumoma SAN flew on from Aba to join us. It was on his application in court. And interestingly, on the day this application was about to be made by Chuksumoma, for Nnamdi to be transferred from SS custody to prison facility, The lawyer in the matter objected when we were discussing it among the lawyers. He said, no, that's one the matter I want, he is there, I want him to stay remain in the legal course. I have to go to him. I went to him and said, Oyindu, please, we have an issue here. We are discussing something that will take place in court now. He said, what is that? I said, we are about to make an application for you to be transferred to prison custody. This sort of thing where you are. And I now stated to him the advantages of being there. He said, Ejiofor, what am I talking about? Is anybody objecting? I said, yes, you're right. Who said you will not go there. You are very comfortable. I said, Ejiofor, no. We should go with the application. In open court. And I told she, please go on. And upon that application being made, granted, Mazi was transferred to prison custody. And the rest became story. Everything that was happening at his back, he came to know about it. So this I'm taking it one after that for you to understand the level of involvement, how far we have gone, and where we are as of today. Now, when the charge filed against Mazi suffered several amendments. Several amendments. Because when they file, of course, you know how frivolous the application the charges are. When they filed the application the charge, they were on the next day, once you object, they will amend it and bring another one. So there was basically, when they filed and amended last charge, then you file an objection challenging the competence of the charge, because the charge cannot be supported by the true evidence, what they call evidence in support of the charge. They are all frivolous and unfounded charges, bogus as it may be. Then on 28 February 2017, the court ruled on application on appeal objection challenging the competence of the charge. And consequently, struck us 6 count charge out of 11 count charge. Then remaining 5. Then based on this, based on the change, the character of the charge and the case, we also filed a fake bail application to get him out, or to get him out. So, and that application was heard by the court on the merit, and on 25th of April 2017, the court admitted him to bail. So, and we promptly ensured, because on the day he was granted bail, that would be on that is about or Thursday. I assured Nwachineke that the Kano would be released the next 24 hours. We followed everything up. Our people came in their numbers. Whatever we needed, they provided it. Both landed documents and all whatnot, all those hard conditions we are met with. Then on Friday, he was released. So now, upon his abduction from Kenya, of course, we are aware of what happened to him, because when he was arrested on 25th of April 2017, the court adjourned his matter to October 14th for hearing. Then, within that intervening period, when he was enjoying the bail condition, he underwent several pretrial briefings with me. I went to his house, and also he came to my house, which of course is the public domain. And we had several discussions about the preparations towards trial going on 11th of October. So within this intervening period, of course, you know what happened. The federal government, through their Operation Pilot House, went to kill him, because the essence of that operation was it was eliminate him, not because of any other thing. They went there to kill him, and on between 10th and 14th of September 2017, and within this period of time, within that 10th and 14th, over 30 persons were killed in his premises. It's by act of confidence that he was able to escape being killed. Of course, those facts are before the public and also before the court. So now, when he was abducted in Kenya, and before his other admission to Nigeria, we got to know about that when he was taken to court. We were not informed. The government never informed us or notified us that our clients were being brought to court at that time. Then, when he was taken to court, it became a matter of public knowledge. The papers reported it and all whatnot, and we came. So, and immediately we went to court to decide as to best approach to handle the matter. I quickly formed kind of a team of lawyers, and also set up a WhatsApp group where I included almost very prominent and learned lawyers from across Igbo land. And also, I also have some senior advocates there. I have some professors there. So, I asked everybody, including those who are also in the matter now. So, I do not things for him. So, other legal matters for him. I asked everybody to make a contribution. So, in view of the charge just filed against him, or the manner in which was abducted and brought into Nigeria, make a contribution, be faithful, and make a condition. I eventually called for a meeting of lawyers in my office, and they came turn out. And we had a very robust discussion as to what we have to do, and that pushed the doctor to ensure that we get what we want in court. So it was even there's some contribution made by Professor Odinkalo, because Odinkalo is part of this thing. It was in this platform. So I wanted not to mention the name, but I don't think there's anything that was sent information his name. He made very robust contribution, and they introduced a very important aspect of the has to do with personal edition, and also brought attention to that. And we sent the materials from them, other authorities and legal authorities that were sisters. And I quickly built our case along that one. I also dealt entirely with the frivolity of the charge and the emptiness of the charge. So I'm filing our objection challenging the competence of this charge. So when that was served on the federal government, I also made it public there. So they then respond until a few days before the date set for his arraignment. They now responded to the charge, and because I would not told the court, these people filed a response to our objection. A day before the day we are coming to court, we are supposed to respond by way of reply. But I believe it, they were filed. So the court said no, they have to give us time to reply. Unless I don't believe they amended the charge again. So we keep on amending the charge. However, during my visit to Mazi within this period to SSS, I visited him because then a lot of us, you know what happened before that time. I'll still come to that later. So my house was invaded and my PA was killed. And however, unfortunately, that my PA that was killed, the father died early this morning. So maybe so that's in I'll come to that later. So I went to see him and had a discussion with him. I said, first thing he mentioned to me, he said, Ejiofor, please, I want you to go to Professor Michael Zekome to tell him I want him to be part of this case, to lead this case. That was in July 2021. I went to Professor Michael Zekome, and I told him what he said. He said, Ejiofor, please, I want you to go to Professor Michael Zekome to tell him I want him to be part of this case, to lead this case. That was in July 2021. I went to Professor Michael Zekome, and I told him what he said. He said, Ejiofor, I went to Professor Michael Zekome, and I told him what he said. He said, Ejiofor, please, I want you to go to Professor Michael Zekome to tell him I want him to be part of this case, to lead this case. That was in July 2021. I went to Michael Zekome, and I told him what he said. He said, Ejiofor, please, I want you to the Chakosugam. See, I want to badro, madam, not to badro. I had a melon girls on Kayan. So, some can some Mubana, Oku Akita, and Popia. Then, there were one in my office. There were some ceremony they come for charge around after the Macaonian to come fair. I would Kemalo how to do my work. So, Malazia, what happened to the media. So, those in the Sudan, so what I'm here. The people, it's here in a court. Even like Wabuna, we have Matanada case and Popta Mazi. You see with the number, telephone number, seeing one in the Wahanamo Gondori. Now, the Libuna, now, government, they go and can be born one day. I was attacked na court na
That is the Ifeanyi eme 2015 ọ bụrụkwa nke kịta na nke 2022 23 nke 2015
I was attacked. I was physically attacked na court. It was an in the court. I was attacked on 23rd of December 2015 na court. Pachum sim dam kan kam basin kete. Tadi kan jawa sina ma guys again. Wosu munye mama ngazi. Osu mi guna maga. O mecha publication out been a son. O ya mo yen neku. Mecha publication de ebobona. Then na case na ndo tino no publication nke pa na me bobona na mo go ndo na mtale butie. O wan ha woke. So o akwa the woman afa sina ha moro onyo no bro we ha no bro munye ndamde. Kan I don't want to go into that insanity. So then the point is na bona o mechara ihe na nwunye da akwụkwọ onye m si ngosi ede ụlọ ikpe ngosi ede n'ụlọ ikpe dị ọfụ akwụkwọ odela na okwu ụka na onye na-akpọtụ ede ụbọchị a jere ikpe nwunye nne wee mbata na kọt nọrọ so oge ahụ ọ batago mbụ onye ndị ọnọdụ na kọt data mbatazi mata because ịma ha bịa na-agwa ndị ya batara ya bata mbatazi mata so njikwe stret ndefia njikwe kenechiche ụlọ akwụkwọ ahụ ya ọfụra na mana 100 nye Asumu onye dere ha sin asumu omo abale sifa ya Ejiofor sin yes asumu do no ni obe no mo obe tan bela tibe so then the it was the arraignment could not go on that one they couldn't go on with the arraignment. I don't know what happened that day, so he left. Then the second time that was the meeting. That was when I called them chief took some more my saying 19 working. When I John, I barely died because actually Kassan not the matter. So say I could die. Choose more my SM Jazia. And we're meeting. Okay, after the process. Then yeah, that was something. What even delay that onion rate at that time? Okay, file that motion for bail. Then I might agree that with Raimel in the Obetarandot here. Now that motion for bail file it can be more competent to be argued. So Sirapi, I better make I will do and can't have file. So I present. First of all, we came on that day, yeah. We were I took my cake up to Nyendo. Up to go from SS custody because Nyendo was not feeling they were looking good. Then Obetana about from one enter other. So now Nyendo I cannot now Nyendo never one of them. Let's see we make agreement and make court. So no. I'm going to get my Canada. I can get it here. Look the same Nyendo nobody can check and talk. Think I saw. Ese na anyị na-achịkwu na-achọ ka ha kpọrọ okwu dị na pezi isi ebe ị nọpụta mana Obeta na-akọwa na ebe ị nọ na-emeghe anya ọfụma ị na-eri nri ọfụma na-aṅụ mmiri na-eke afịa na-enọ ọfụma ebe ahụ na enye one comfortable room ebe ị na-anọ isi what si na ihe na nwa si m ka onye kwuru nsị Obeta esi na Ejiofor please anyị ji move application ka kpọpụ ebe a gwa chief Segon we have strong women at court. Look, I work at American court. You move the application. I transfer you to prison. The rest became story. On the road, they are about prison. About your name about became him. Because now, the man have been asked, you're not going. But then came out, which is deliberate on the part of federal government. And they really have to go around it now. Buna, open onion do another prison. Oku can you fool them? Mandira to us, Mandira Zuri, Mandira Mantan, Morocco, now forge document, never something. We will not have opportunity of doing that because I am. I'm going to tell you, I am, but because now we're going to be restricted. So you want to never enter that way. You can get what you could get at this the other way. And then when it became obvious to them now, no, I need him to off my gang is up. So was a full gang up by those who will be telling him the wrong thing. So, but I don't want to go into that for now. So, all that came as said, where I transfer a prison custody. Another ban. I don't want to try up them. And then they charge. After I'm in the charge. Then severally time in the charge. On 25th of April 2017, for the granted bail. Yes, I'm about. When I did it, when I said October 17th, I offered them that be at them or the KD. And I was here. I'm going to know. You just say, you just be a just here. You just other than that time. I someone and I think Catalan then I discuss our case. When again at that date, October 30th. Pre-trial conference with a lawyer. Lawyer make people on be again or somewhere near here. Or they're not office, or I go at the I go to gas, and I prepare conference. So we had it in his house, also had it in my house. And I conclude look guys the PIM. One day when you know deep in Abuja, not of 2 million people to follow him. In about the record. To tell the world now, only do chocolate court. He wants to be part of that case. He wants to go and defend Iago, the nobody government. And don't go with that chapter, nobody government. And nobody had the win that court at all hand there. Each on the bridge in a day between September 10th to 14th. Bueno. It is an operation final that similarly in Abo. I'm Muslim mad nabe. Muslim the mad. The game and never on the madamasia. Then what you could never do because now he actually bundia. Actually after the just like he had for him afterwards. And actually, it was because over there respect for human life. So she make it up there. Now the captain I can do more. I can do more belly. Then there was a shake Makosi, Menegidi, or Joe Bodo. And I don't know. Who not to that could defend the charge, yeah? Not to can see he's ready to come and defend the charge. And question to which he deposed to affidavit by Israel, son of Israel. Then said to me that expressing his readiness to come and defend this charge. But not before he will come to defend this charge, that he wants the court, the judge on the matter, the judge, presiding judge, to give him a guarantee that his safety is guaranteed. Not your court where now he can be protected. Not because after all, at the point he was enjoying the bail granted him, or court, or a subject of the court. I want a court construction. Now they actually no court granted bail. They want to kill him. Ordinarily, if at all they discovered at any point in time that has no offense or committee. Between the time he was granted bail and the time he was enjoying the bail commission. The law says you can amend their charge. So we need to need so all the court go to charge, send and car, go on a no commit to offense in Keno, commit to offense in Kebwa, commit to offense in Keto. They are kissing everywhere. Man, I caught everybody at a kissing. The officer a court, not one I hear the offense, I know defend this. But to tell you in a hatcher, if no offense or committee, the hatcher may hatcher go back on a court, the hatcher oh yes, that's okay, part of the way. Let's go and liberate him. So the man said, go under the pedestal of Operation Tiger Dance. So now, when he was abducted and brought in here, I don't quite easy. First of all, I stopped at no single document. That be only the state. We took a document from July to December. And within this period, I need the court. We are going to court. And that was the time, okay, had they make a lawyer from US, and Bruce Fine, you should know that way. That was when Bruce Fine came. And before he came, he discussed with me that he's coming to see Mazi. I said, good. And I told him to say, Bruce Fine is coming to see you. Because before you see him, I must know to date. So I now told him to say, so person want to see you. And he's a lawyer. So, and he wants to come and see you and probably discuss with you. So he said, go ahead as your phone and begin with, let him come. I personally signed Bruce Fine invitation letter and sent to him for him to come. Bruce Fine now came. When he came, I drove to airport to pick him and took him to where he stayed for no number of days before another. At the end, the airport confirmed him. Then, at any time the matter was coming up for hearing, he used to come. He will come. Oh God, there's him. In Colombia. I went, we're going to see that Bruce Fine, look at how they actually meant. That has to do to protesting to the court. Why they would not allow your lawyer to have with you? When you have a lawyer in the US, he has the right to say you. So, what happened in court that day is a matter of public knowledge. Bruce Fine has been cleared from the gate of the High Court. But I wrote his name. I wrote a letter to the judge, to the court, who approved of him to come to the court. Then Bruce Fine was cleared, even when the SSS were protesting. I said, no, he must come in. I picked him, I grabbed him and brought him from the gate of the court. for him to be allowed access into the bank court, in the actual better court, in the small better court, to refuse to access, the access to the court. Then it became an issue. And I wanted to seek an audience with my lord. Then because of the 10th session of the environment, I ran quiet. So we said we are going to formally protest to the court about what they were doing to his fine. We in that court that time. We going to what was like, what's happening? Why did not allow access to me? Then we say, look at what the fire advised us to do. Now you protest to the court formally and civilly, law, in line with the calling of our professional banks. Then Philadelphia, the other National Bank, could allow Ejiofor was there too. Allow Ejiofor and also Barrister Nwachineke was there, Barrister was there, and other lawyers who are there with us. After discussing with Onye, we didn't approve that we should protest to the court. And I said, okay, let me go and discuss lawyers. All of them will sat down, we went outside and had a discussion. At the end of this discussion, I called a lawyer to say, what is your opinion about this? Because I know why I asked him that question. What's your opinion about this? The lawyers have agreed we are going to protest to the court to express our concerns about the treatment being better to Bushfine, who is only the Muslim international lawyer. A lot of him is good. Like, this is a wonderful step. You understand? No, let us be and sing it together. I just like I went they could not wonderful step. Let us take him. We went to back again. When do that, the lawyers have discussed and look at what we are going to do. Do you approve it for the second time? When we say approved, we left. We answered the court in the case. When the court came in, starts adjourn the matter without allowing us access to the court again, about commercial court. One more about the Ifeanyi Ejiofor, the law is Macron, instigated people to say, now I collected his wig and gown. I went outside. And we were taking that application that day. It was said by every person. I didn't respond to him. I didn't respond to those who are spreading that false narrative. And I went to our clients. But I was holding myself. I went to our clients. I said, look at what was being said by people. That I stole a lot of my course with and down. I didn't allow him to take the application because once take the application, this and that and all. So they say what? They say, if I don't want to say, I will tell our lawyer to refute it. And that never happened because I was in court. In that I'm speaking with you, our lawyer has not refuted it. But I went to him. Because why we need to clarify this thing, Bona. I don't know when I'll have a opportunity of speaking in this platform. When I'm not speaking, I can speak, but I don't know how soon I will speak in this platform again. And these are obviously false narratives being peddled by people. They never happened. Let's make us clear. But I don't think I've been opportunity to say it here. So
okay, barrister ka ị na-ekwu ka m na-atụnyegasị ụmụ okwu connect sakwa na okwu ị na-ekwu kịta maka na ọ dị mkpa dịka enwekwa onye ọkaikpe nnukwu onye ọkaikpe nke akpọtakwara mbụ Agabi ọ ga-adịkwa mma na ị na-arụta aka ka ndị kpọtara ha nke ka o si bịa ka ụmụ Biafra ghọta nke na-eme eme ọ nwekwara dịka ị kpọtụrụ lawyer Ejiofor afa m ga-achọkwa ka m tụnyekwe ajụjụ a on 9th of October onwe ife dere na your Facebook ịsọ lawyer Ejiofor has crossed the Rubicon. I am coming out soon. Amara m ka ihe bụ Rubicon ahụ ọ crossụrụ ka ekwe n'ihe bụ soon ọ nwere ike ịbụ taa ka ụmụ Biafra nụcha ihe niile ndị ọzọ ka nchịkọta akụkọ ajụjụ a niile n'ime akụkọ anyị na-akụ ka ịkọpụcha ha ncha. Nke ọzọ bụkwa Bruce Fenn oge ahụ ọ bịara IPOB ọmanya ya ka onwe ndị kpọbatara ya na onwe ndị ji akafa maka ife eji na-ajụ ajụjụ a bụ maka Kingsley ịkpọrọ afa since 2015 ka ndị be anyị na-aghọta onwe ndị ji akafa kpọta Bruce Fenn ọbịa tupu ife mere eme ka ọ bụ onye nduzi ya bịa ọba anyị nwa dị nchaji ụmụ ife ndị ahụ gasị m ga-achọ nnọọ ka ịchekwata fancha n'okwu niile ị na-ekwu gaa n'iru barrister ndị nne na-ege ntị ga-esi ike ọfụma ha na-edere m ife ebe a.
Okay, one, Bruce Fenn called me. I don't know him. I have not made contact with him before from US. When some people, when they come on the phone actually, not no one, and because however, before when they called me from US and said someone will call me a lawyer from Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer will call me from US. Let's okay, yeah, the person should call me. Or open up fine. And Busfine also indicated interest about his payment to come and see them. Mazi. You say, okay, however, of course, before I take any step, first of all, discuss with Onyendo and also pass the message to the rest and also so they can be on, And I told them, look at what's playing out because someone is coming to see him now. So that, because anything that happens to me, I don't hold responsible. So and also partly me. Then that's okay, no problem. Since Onyendo want to see him, you should come and see him. So as I told you, I have to send an invitation letter for him to come. Almost send I wrote and sent to him. So before he was granted visa by the federal government and they came. So and he made several attempts to see Onyendo, and this guy said no. And in any of this occasion, I in a Ghana press now, even my rights television, J one day na Onya no lawyer nam the kind of say US and I affair, right? So then the last one I hear the camera back when Ozekome has taken lead in the case, when is down drafted and commanded level 18 by Mazi Nnamdi. The date matter came up in court was sometime that would be January 17th, 2022. Yeah, that was when the matter came up in court, and Ozekome was in court to lead us. So Busfine also was in court, also came around then. And that time I had to go letter to the court requesting the court to approve him, to give approval for him to come inside the court or that court. Then the court the court never responded to that letter at all. Then on the day the matter was scheduled for hearing of objection, and then Professor Michael Ozekome was in court to lead us. Busfine Western now we must not, the matter must not go on. Listen carefully. Matter must not go on. And I have the documents. I have everything I'm saying in writing. So the matter should not go on. That we should stay away from court again. You will fine. I am no longer the leader, the council in this matter. Ozekome is now leading us. And before I will do anything in this case, I will seek his approval. And Ozekome said, you didn't come here for drama. He came here to defend Nnamdi and get him out. He doesn't want anything that will stop the proceedings of today. So, and the way doesn't get know about it. Ever cannot do problem. Then that day he was able to see Nnamdi, the court never approved of it, and the matter went on fine. And as I tell him, I'm going to wear man from Nnamdi. I'm going to stop here, no more to an eye affair. I kept quiet, I didn't talk to you. Then remember that before Busfine came to see Nnamdi, Casey openly threatened me. Casey can threaten me, threaten to kill me. Rest under his dead body, can Busfine have Nnamdi. No fear, I'm gone. No fear, I'm gone. At the end of this exercise, all of them are on the same page. I want to because the point in Chok and water, and I want the Biafrans to know. If I am into this case for money or for any form of shenanigans, I will not be where I am today. At all. After I wasn't the person that started this case. I don't know where I am today. Now, I have a track record in this matter. We have done cases for IPOB. Since my coming into this matter, not only from Nnamdi, I've released them in their thousands, not one. I've gotten them discharged and acquitted in various courts across the country. In Abuja here, in Iguata, in Enugu, in Abia State, in Imo State, in Ebonyi State. I have the records. Those who are today screaming against me, some of them were brought into this case by me. I want to challenge any lawyer in this matter to tell me or to tell Biafrans, any IPOB member he has effectively defended in court, get him discharged and acquitted. Or get Mother Stoker. One person, I talk to one person, among all of them, I'm going one person. We know they're in a patch from Akita, they're in Akita now. Then I will remove them down. Among all of them, they're going to have a court. I'm talking about those who are with me in court now. Any one person, has defended effectively, got him discharged, got him acquitted from court. Let me have one. I'm not talking about only the move up to the court in them. I'm talking about those defended and accused. And it's in the court of this case. Remember, matter. I mean, matter no water sometime. Those who were the charge last week, they had the charge acquitted last week. That was Last 2 weeks, I made it public. Somebody, Abulum, that's the case. The case number is, the name is, what do you call it? FR against good luck, Abulum, and 5 others. Tag number, 14996/2020. Let me tell something striking about this case. I want you to know. Sometime last year, I got a call from leadership. Ejiofor, there's a development because they are playing with leadership is very intelligent. That's why some people are maligning them, telling us something about them. They called me and said, Ejiofor, I said, no one day I convict, I convict like a na I got what I convict na Port Harcourt. Now, and then what I got, I don't know whether I'm still online. I don't know whether you're hearing me again. I don't know what's happening here. Am I with you?
Yeah, but it's not no game. No, you with a problem.
Okay, I don't know. Oh, Monday. So, when they called me and said, "No, I should look at this." Now, about 7 persons have been convicted, and the court gave option of fine $3 million to take the head. Now, I'm not going to take the fine. We'll see how they go in that judgment. Unfair. Judgment convicting IPOB for doing what? So I'm saying I can't prove. If you're not going to the MSCA, people in charge, leadership will say it in a manner you understand it. I will send the judgment to me. I read the judgment. Just remember I have only have a forged document. Lawyers did it in this case. Lawyers. That and they are in a court and are involved there. You say what? It's a forged document. Say don't worry, I say I handle it. Before I could speak their comments, the same information has gone to Onyendu. When the regular Ejiofor up under. Where the Onyendu in his time, that's where the phone their account. She look at this offer. So Onyendu high up. So get a say it's not forged document. You cannot believe his eyes. He has a lot to say when he come out. Then I investigated it today. I got to the court to discover that the criminal assembly had not for the gossip. If not my involvement in that matter, and I personally got involved in that matter, those people, every child will not be disturbed because now court and the court do know about that document that forged. And those idiots made that about for gossip. And they are there, not only all of you. Yeah, I followed the matter up, prosecuted the matter, defended them, and they were last 2 weeks discharged and acquitted. That's number 1. Number 2, sometime last year, I swear 2 years, last year, Onyendu got an information, a document that suggested that some persons were arrested and taken to Kaduna and they've been granted bail by magistrate court. Then why have recommended 10, got about 20, about that, they're in the hundreds. Then they go to Ejiofor from prison. Now they got bail. So in the Kaduna, I have my very good lawyer who is dentalist from Plateau State and I've been with him for almost 10 years. Very reliable and trusted person. I will send him to go to that court and find out what happened. And luckily, what saved him? That kind of prison by now. That document was forged. So why it's important for you to know this? I'm an Onyendu may not approve. See, but I have to say it. Well, I have to say it. What is playing out? These are what has been working on around him there. Right? So that's by the way. Okonomaka defending IPOB across the work of the states and gotten them discharged and acquitted. To my knowledge, as IPOB lead counsel today, there hasn't been any IPOB member standing today that has been convicted by court. Not to my knowledge, not to one person. There's no IPOB member that has been convicted by court. To my knowledge, since I started this case to 2015, to date, I have not done a case where any of them was convicted to date. You can anybody that has a sorry court to challenge it. Then coming to the aspect of the matter, Onyendu has the right to bring in a lawyer of his choice. He has the right to expand his legal team to 20 lawyers, 30 lawyers, or his prerogative, which is provided for on our constitution. However, when the idea to bring in someone to appear in court, Supreme Court, I just take it that he came to court to appear with us. Appear in Supreme Court was voted. I got information late, actually, he told me. Yeah, but I said, yeah, almost something to discuss about, which is purely client lawyer privilege discussion. I don't think I'll make it public. So I said, okay, so after all, the man said he will not be in court, but I want to from the comment. Because, and estimably, commended Ozekome and my humble self for work done so far. The Supreme Court. He said he has read everything will fine. He has read even the judgment of the Court of Appeal, and they are all sound and impeccable. Then we had a meeting with him.
Agabine Barrister Agabine
yes. We had a meeting with him, and the level of involvement and the matter is found out. But they were right to bring in lawyers for different purposes. I don't want to go into that. Then he said, Ejiofor, he said, come please. He said, I'm not coming to talk about the matter for you. I'm coming to be there for you. We are going to do adopt your case and not what not. You see, because people know how to bring two lawyers together and clash their head. So if for the fact that Ozekome is not a seasoned advocate or who is very close to Agabi also, people who are painting false narrative before the public now have clashed their heads. Now they will fight. Instead of two advocates are fighting on a matter. That is very totally wrong. Then we had a very good and convivial discussion about what is going to happen on the 5th of October when the matter was coming up. And the other day, Ozekome presented the argument or adopted the briefs to file. It also filed it. And expanded his argument in that respect. The matter was consequently adjourned to 5th of November. As a matter of fact, it's not in the style of the Supreme Court to give a date for judgment or arguing court of appeal. Usually, when adoption is concluded, they will adjourn the matter on a date to be communicated to the parties. But in this case, it was specific on the date the judgment will be delivered. I even expressed some sort of element of some surprise on that day. So that was what happened. Of course, you know that some people will be scheming. The schemers around will be walking around to ensure that they bring in confusion one or the other, and the ability to know when where they are coming from, and also the intent, what it is, and also prepare your heads ahead of time, make you smarter than them. That's number one. Now coming to I have gone public against our Lord McCollum before now, but I was being restrained by Mazi. But you see, one thing about this, why I took time to narrate some of these silent facts, and I expect you to ask me further questions because of time, or Biafrans to ask me questions. I dedicated today for this program, and I'm ready to answer any questions anyone will so wish to ask them. That's number one. Number two, you people are aware, Biafrans are aware that on the 2nd of December 2019, my house was invaded. For no just cause. Buildings worth millions of naira were burnt. People were killed in my premises. Not that they committed no offense, but because someone somewhere in my town, one monster in my community, this man has been looking for way to eliminate me. Not before I even start IPB case. No, I want to say what here. We have been having issues because my issue with him lies simple. He kills people in my community and gets scot-free. Everyone in my community are afraid of him. Nobody wish, because he has contact with the federal government.
But it's only in Quifa, anywhere, only in Quifa, or Kafaya, Mbo, Emekofo, Aqua Emekofo Kinu.
Yes.
The man,
after letting people know the man that I will do. I'll tell you. So as I was saying, then because I've been on him, not with the jump up there. With them challenging my court. He saw me as a very serious problem to his evil desires and everything. We've been fighting before I joined up with the case. Man, because I am hungry at the case. You know one thing about life, just like here in South Islam, which I will mention in this program. Of course, you are aware that I have offices in Anambra State and Abuja here. I have very powerful, erudite and also very efficient practice in the way. Here in South is today, the simple one. Okay, if I'm contesting ownership of the land with a neighbor, and I feel right now my police, what I would do simple to cut it short. I would go and tell the police, no, I'm not sponsor IPB, no, how they boosting man, no, sponsor ESN. So that's why the person is gone. Because once you mention IPOB to security agents now, you know, you're not condemned, no problem. You may go how do you pay her to remember the person now. Now, because I'm defending IPOB, and I'm the camera, I'm the well-known lawyer. What I'm there, I know back and then about the woman, not to cut and I won the case. Then, as it has not enough, he now hired this food that came to my house again on 6th of June 2021. He hired them. And I was told, okay, I want an information now. He's plotting evil against me. I got information he was plotting evil against me. So, because then, there are meetings I was attending on instruction of Onyendu. Then, even for that meeting, I will not fall victim of this man. And some people know that I was attending meetings, maybe to bring peace to the southeast. Then I came in that day. He gave them 30 million. This man gave them 30 million with a direction a special direction to kill me and kill anybody in my house. And what he told us when I came to my house, my house will be the ESMB. That they have gone, they have gone everything in my house. However, I was some believing that those false delegates, when they come, they discover that they have another happened. I know this is Abraham and public. These are my findings. I don't believe any woman never. And I have my PA. Unfortunately, my PA, Papa and Mutap. The father died this morning. So now, that day, they arrested three of my boys that day. One, my gardener, Ugochukwu, the cafe, my gate man, Chibike, and the Papa Moto. One was Obama PA. Then now, I followed that case from there. I went to court, challenged them, I won the case. I followed up that case from there, came to Abuja, followed it up. At some point, let me start there for this. I was at the verge of getting these guys out from where they were detained. Because he was seeing them, he was making contact with them. MSC got everything for them to come. This man on the phone, I'm sending it to every Biafra to know. From there, they now transfer them from that place to where they are now.
Come boy, Toto, and make off for work born a fool, say release no more Biafra. Then all kind of what an Ifeanyi. Kariga Biaga Parais na Gilly Bonwagi, Ganiru.
He has started scheming again. Now, as I speak to you now. He has arrested 3 people from my community, from my village now. 2 them to police, 2 of them, I followed him up on one of them, and that person was started to court. I left her. University will raise the charge to you, one of the charge higher in the course of Tamil again. Then, what were they being asked for? On a different way, they to indict me, I'm not involved. I'm not going to come and indict me. Now, I want to also use this opportunity to tell the governor of Anambra State something on Chokamata this afternoon, because he's working with him. Now, because he's the one who is encouraging him. I want Soludo to know today that now, if not for Nwachineke 1, 2, Mazi and IPOB, you will not be governor of Anambra State today. If not because of Nwachineke number 1, 2, Mazi and IPOB, you will not be governor. Because now, sit at home being put in place by IPOB, if he wasn't called up, the people that traveled from here to Anambra were wiped entire Anambra State out. Their directive is very simple. Anybody has to weigh whether or not to was still weigh can they not in authority to win, and they can use wisdom. We need an instruction that I should write a letter telling the public to come out and vote. That's why giving that instruction, I passed it to the leadership. When I was writing, the leadership was writing, telling people to come telling people to come out and vote. That was how he became governor of Anambra State. And I'm happy Anambra State is peaceful. I've been instrumental in bringing peace to Anambra State today. I don't post about it. I don't brag about it. But for him to know that his army Emeka is going to bring crisis in the community I cannot be able to defend. Now Emeka is doing all this to get me again. Prison are not yet out. That's what is happening today. Then now, why I'm saying this, boo, that when this thing was going on, I got a very strong intelligence about Ejiofor is meeting with him. And Lord Ejiofor went to see him. And I told him this thing. Say, are you aware of what is happening? The one problem now, lawyer, they meet him, man. I don't have a problem. You can go and meet anybody you want to meet. But coming publicly to write about him shows that you are enjoying, you are on the same bed with him. Then as that was going on, then I got a report about this plot I'm telling you about. I got a report about what I'm telling you. So I am telling Biafrans today and the world. You may not know what I is doing, but not know I'm away. I've started defending IPBs in 2015. In it. And I've secured a list of every on their thousands. You may think that people will just look the other way. But not possible. And if anything happens to me today, or any of my house, any of my members, their friends know who to hold responsible. If anything happens to me today, God forbid, or any of my family members, their friends know who to hold responsible. That's why I'm stating it in this platform. Only to understand what I'm passing through in the hands of these people. Because I've suffered, I've sacrificed, I've waived a number of things in defense of Biafra. This election petition matter, MSNAM, I have when I came to me to pay me tens of billions to defend them. This election petition, I have the people that came to me because they know I'm intelligent. They call the people office tens of billions, going to 50, 30, 40, 100 millions to defend them. I said, no, I cannot be involved in election petition because everything is there. I'm at the break and call. Because election matters you must devote 100% attention to. And I cannot be defending him, knowing the nature of the case I'm handling, knowing what the demands of the case, and also be conducting other cases that will affect that will distract me. Instead, no, don't worry. When it's out, I am ready to accept any brief from anybody. So why I'm saying this is for Biafran to know today. I want to place them on record because I don't know what happened to them, but I'm not running away from anybody. What I will do today is for me. That's what I will do today is to run away from anybody. So if anything happens to me, or happens to any of my family members, or happens to my wife, my children, and us,
Barry still on mute, and the video gap will go. Barry, can you hear me? Because I want to know better did you yana network ya se handle. Yana network ya se aga. Can want to know better did. Barry in on mute, You put a go ni here on man another ni finiku.
I am hearing me now.
Yeah, Ganiru.
So this is why I want to place the record today. Right? Because I've done anything, I've not committed any offense to be being hunted around by someone, the monster in my community. And unfortunately, some people who are part of this case or who I'm defending are part of the scheming. So I want to place a record because you think that you can eat this cake and have it back. It's very impossible. I'm not a moron in my community. Nobody in our rift. Go ask question. Ask anybody in our rift. By extension, Anambra State. I don't have problem with anybody. I'm not a troublesome maker. The only thing I defend that which is right. Anything outside right, I won't get involved. I defend that which is right. So may someone can be involved. And let me say this to you. I was one day in my life be in a place where there's a conspiracy to kill anybody. I'm not conspiring to kill anybody. But if somebody man, I've not been in a place one day. See, I want to discuss how to kill Mr. A or Mr. B. I'm not part of it. I've not done that in my life, and I will not start it today. I'm not going to do it tomorrow because I come to daughter and my hands are clean. My hands, I don't have any blood in my hands, not one. So that's why I want to use this platform to tell Biafrans what is happening around me because the scheming is on as I speak. The scheming is on now, but I'm waiting for them. I'm going to amen. I can see Biafra. Couldn't do ready. Because we believe now, no matter the government and government, yeah, and I saw she can carry out any form of evil attack on me and get scot-free. Also believe because once we change the government and they feel that the people that came into power is in power, they are friends. then the police and all the security agents will be at their pocket, in their pocket. But unfortunately, they should know the responsible security agents to do that, we should encourage peace where he is. We should do that, always do that, to do things that will discourage violence or problem. We should encourage do things that will encourage peace. Even when you are being told by a politician to do that, you say no, I will not do this, it's not wrong. This will throw the state into chaos. It will throw the state into violence. I won't do it. All because of this, all because of Ibuso Biafra. Starting from 2016, protest, peaceful protest to come out and Kibuha. High School, Biafra. That is what led to where we are today. That's what led to where we are today. To go with your question, my brother.
Ndewo barista, ndewo oji atana gị ndị Biafra kwụ gị n'azụ. Ya nwa bụkwanụ Emeka Ọfọ, ihe m ga-ekwu ebe ọ nọ n'iko ejuwego. Our HOD kwere gị nkwa oge o last broadcast ya. O gwakwana ya sị ya ihe ọbụla, in short ndị gị nọ ya n'akazi ka pụta orude. Ihe ọbụla mere gị ọ ya afọ ya. E nwere ajụjụ m chọrọ ịjụ gị, m ga-achịkọta ajụjụ ịbụọ n'ofu. Onye a na-ajụ regarding since Aqua me Onyendu rendition, that after since Onyendu has been renditioned, thousands of IPOB had been abducted by DSS, Abia, Enugu, all the whole Igbo land, and for the name Onwendana Maro Ebehano, and all of them are innocent, being detained. Kembo anaba ije hụ na ha pụtara, kembo ha na-agba ije hụ na ha pụtara, dịka o si wee kwuo, so these innocent Biafrans are detained, and why are the DSS and why are the DSS not bringing them out to court? Then nke abụọ bụ ka inye anyị update, ama m na ihụrụ tochago aka ebe abụrụ ka njụ ajụjụ otu si wee tinye ya, ị ga-aghọtachakwa what's the legal updates on those abducted by the DSS and the military when your house was attacked and the people killed in your compound. Are those abducted by the DSS still alive? If yes, where are they? Ajụjụ ba now ka atụkọta ya n'ofu ka ezapụ anyị ya, ndị nke ejidere na ụlọ be gị oge ha bịara oge ahụ, ha ka dị ndụ, ọkwa na ha dị ndụ ka ebe fa nọ. Ndị nke ejidegasịkwa na n'Igbo other places kpọrọ ha kpọpụ ugwu Awụsa, enwe ka esi rute okwu aka, m ga-achọ ka ịkọwatachachara anyị ụmụnna anyị, our comrades ndị anyị na fari na-eme ife n'onwe ndị ejigasị kembụ a na-agba ife na ha apụtagasịsịrị. Ihe ajụjụ ịbụọ n'ofu. Gaa n'iru barrister.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. First of all, I want Biafrans to note at this point, also Kahamalna, we're changing the tactics. Because of a number of things happening, and which are not being sanctioned by the DOS. So, and which is leading to several arrests. And then a problem. Because that's why I don't advise people to listen to the instruction and directive from the US. I can give here. Because the US doesn't, US under the nature of the doesn't encourage violence. And they don't encourage any form of violence whatsoever or attack. So I've always advised people to listen to them, because if you're not paying attention to them, you'll be having trouble. So this is number one. Number two, in view of this criminal we decided now that any person that claimed to be IPB member arrested by security just, and we got to know about it, the person must be profiled by the appropriate authority. Then once the person is profiled and the names are made available to us, the person will follow it up and make sure that we'll follow the due process and make sure it's out. We've been able to release a lot of people, and even when I went up order from court last week, directing us to release them. And even they discharged from court, we have served them those papers and the court orders expecting compliance, which we're going back to ensure we didn't comply, we go back to court, because we cannot fight them. And you know why this non-compliance with orders of court and probably the level of court of appeal is on increase, because some actors, in fact, as a matter of fact, let me just say this to you before now, putting back on clear and Nwachineke no one. Now I'm with people in charge, like my clients at IPOB will go first person in charge, like US head of the directorate and the other members of the US, because it is now come what I'm going to what about him at the stroke, even a message was incarcerated. You see, it's a function of strategy by the state. When Onyendo was abducted and brought here, a lot of stories started beginning on food. And then I got here, we were thinking that we were together. Remember one thing about just like what happened in 2015. Okay, it was a very formidable IPOB. People were together, apart from few people who are fighting us. So then of course we know they are doing that for reasons best known to them now, possibly for particular reason. So then we thought everybody's together. So but later we discovered that now some people were planted, so were being paid to commit crimes that were attributed to IPOB. You see, just like now, security agents in the country know now certain things they may not run their name, but they cannot do without calling them names. Are you with me? So now these are strategies they deploy to ensure they create a problem, and by creating problem, we only will be unsettled, emotionally and otherwise. It will be tortured day and night. So some of them no problem or might be happy. He has been preaching that to me. He has been preaching that effectively to me. That was not prompted to his handwritten letter. That was not prompted it for him to write those letters out there. Say, can he know that was made public? He prompted it. So that will tell you the kind of person I'll be. Somebody who encourages violence. He won't be doing those things. He won't be telling me those things. Of course, no publications have issued so far. That's and also issued by IPOB on his behalf, stating what he stands for. That didn't stand for Nka. It didn't stand for Okunoka. And I can say that to you without any fear of equivocation. I can remember what he used to tell me. That the Ejiofor and he condemns both acts. So the point that now, we may say the arrest on increase. And these people are the Kuna, by the time they profile with their names. They make the Kuna with a matter of 50 or 100. By the time you profile with her, if you don't want to people on the by the time the names are profiled and brought to us, you know, don't have no in the estate, in that planting, is a cause confusion. So, because I used to tell people from time to time, don't get yourself in violence. Because they had a try what here. They know they've seen even each other for a court. I called the space. And when you go first committee, because of the leadership style. So the point I'm trying to make now, only open the profile by leadership and advance the names as such, no members of IPOB confirmed by them. We go to court. And I will be proud to go to court and I argue on their behalf. I want you on their behalf to tell the world and declare the court, these guys have committed no offense. And you will see that when you are handling their matters in court, they have no evidence against them. They have no evidence. They will file frivolous and bogus charge against them, but they have no evidence of substantiation that thing. That's number one. Then coming to my boys that were arrested, that were abducted, but that's another arrest. Obviously, I will skip this. I omitted this when I was narrating about the activities of the one staff from my village. When they were abducted, I commend my staff, who was alive at a point in time. He was alive not at the point in time. He was already alive. Who was throwing up immediately. When this team concluded their bloody invasion of my house and killing of my PA, they were fit to post it to pay one the jailer. That one I'm coming to him soon because I've got judgment against him. So they were fit to post it. And when that was posted, we got it. Then obviously we never had the opportunity or never had the approval of those who did it all one. We post that thing. That was how we got the information about what happened. And I followed it up. Let me tell Biafrans today and the world to know that we commence this matter from Federal High Court, okay. Some aspect of free time come up here that has to do with my own management. Neither SSS, nor the state, nor the police, the military, those that were captured in that camera, I'm sending it to you to play for the government to see again, because we should not forget in the rest. because my camera captured all of them as they were coming to, I was moving into my house, and all the activities I captured them in camera. Police, neither the police nor the SSS nor the military admitted in court that they ever came to my house. One of them. I will send you the copies of what they filed in court, and I will bring judgment against them. They were saying they were not there, they didn't come. SSS filed a counter evidence and said they didn't come to my house. Military filed a counter evidence and said they didn't come to my house. Police filed a counter evidence and said they didn't come to my house. Today on record. However, I traced them. I traced these boys, Ugochukwu, Chibuike, and the third person. I traced them to SSS headquarters Abuja, where they were being detained. I traced them because Ugochukwu saw Mazi Nnamdi. I went to him when he was brought to, when Nnamdi was brought from Kenya. One occasion was on his routine road walk in the morning. He went to him, Ugochukwu saw him, I went to him and told him, Daddy, after greeting him, Ugochukwu, now I can't put from Ejiofor. I found out something. Chibi carried something. I said to me, tell someone that it was in the time there. I went to court to tell SSS, give him my voice. Then 3 people there arrested his people, came here and real all of them. Then in Kemu no way home Kamelu, the commander of to know, how leave my voice for me. When the pressure become much on them, and when when the evil man in my house court intervening, that Nama they transfer them to Waji Barracks. I can confirm that to you. Also, I share them here. And they should know that now. Let them know that they transfer them so that they cannot maintain any form of contact within them. They can do transfer here down. So we are in court of appeal. I can't leave them. We are in court of appeal today. I am asking them simple, leave my voice for me. Somebody said, no offense our community. You tell them to court. They went to the house. Arrested people there, killed people there, came back here, after the intervention of the people from the west, they released them. Even when the matter was in court, they released them. The Arab men went their ways. They can't release my people. Is it because I cannot connect you to what happened in my house? It doesn't matter, I've seen them. That's settled it. And as I speak to you, the international communities are what happened in my house. I've written the international community, I've written the international justice, I've written them, I've given them documents, I've given them the clip of what happened in my house. So let me know how they are going to deny it over there that they didn't come to my house. Now, okay, to further amplify what I'm saying, when this thing happened, I wrote a petition to IG. I wrote a petition to the director of SSS. I wrote a petition to the DG SSS. I wrote a petition to the chief of minister. I wrote this petition to them, asking them to investigate their personnel that were involved in my house, in the body hotspot in my house. None of them, except civil defense, none of them responded to that letter to date. None of them investigated anything to date. None of them took any step to make a further communication to us to date. None of them. So what is that showing you? That they were in my house. They were in my house for such a job. They were paid 30 million to come and kill. They were given 30 million to come and kill. You know?
Hold on, let me meet somebody. Ifeanyi.
So what's that showing the nice? You have a happy second job, a big happy market. You are doing that in the
Let me to go me a barrister, let me to go me a Ghani. Somebody no mute.
Okay, so the matter is before the court of appeal now. Because when the matter was pending before the Federal High Court, I have several cases against the state security service, the police, and the military before the Federal High Court. Okay. Someone came to tell the Mazi that among us that I've abandoned the case in Oka. Then I said, nothing must do. The matter is right in court. I'm even more interested in the case than another person. Eventually, I have to severe the case, wanting the one that has to lead my boys to Abuja. Why those ones? The one that has to be materially killed and the lawful and illegal activities in my house continue. And I want those cases over there. Then here, the court said I should furnish them with further facts to show that now SSS, because they are denying ever coming to my house and they deny keeping them. And I brought an affidavit of facts which was provided by Mazi to the court. Now, also bring an affidavit to show that Mr. A, Mr. C, Mr. SSS, and Nwachineke, and get me to know that he didn't attend there. The court, because it's the court in Abuja here, you know them, you know their background, because of their affiliation. They turn a blind eye to that. I said, no, my lord, you cannot get government against the police. Because they're not being detained by the police. They are there. Tell the SS to release them. They will come appeal now. So on the matter. So this is where we are. So when it comes to the genuine IPB members arrested, we are on the matter. And as I also, I've already, we are worked out a strategy and a plan that lawyers should get involved too in the United States. Because I cannot be doing this alone. It has expanded. That's a matter between me and the staff, because we have discussed it and they're helping out. And what I'm saying, what I want to tell lawyers who are getting involved in this matter one way or the other, to be upright and honest. IPOB case is a case of covenant. If I take IPOB case as a case that will give me money, I'll be a billionaire by now. I'll be a billionaire. And if I become a billionaire by now, I may not be alive today. It's not that. It's a case I'm involved because it has to do with my people. And I know they are not doing something wrong. And I know they are doing something within the conference of law. So that's why I'm involved. I'm spiritually involved in the matter. And I believe it's God that brought me out for this case. And God that brought me out of them must continue to sustain us and protect me. Otherwise, I've been a dead person. I've suffered tremendously in the hands of the guys and the hands of monsters and how people who are with me. Who wants one more than to eliminate me? I've been shot. I've been shot. I've been attacked. I've suffered for some prejudice. That's why I'm alive. It's not, I'm not alive because I'm the most stubborn. No, I'm alive because God wants me to be alive because it's a divine project. And in the course of that, I've always been steadfast and upright, advising people who are just to know who I'm defending to be properly guided. Everybody by within the ethics and bits of what I mean. So, and they've been listening to me. They've been listening to me. That's why I'm proud to defend them, and I'll continue to defend them till thy kingdom come.
Which means those abducted, they are still alive. Yes. They are alive. Okay. Okay, I'm now.
I'm telling you where they are. They've been in the state here.
Okay.
And it's in corporate courts. I'm putting in corporate courts. I've been in there.
Okay. Can you get this question also? Supermark dropped the question. Based on if I from a tribunal and the judges will see their technicalities and whatever. No Biafra if I'm ready. I for the Supreme Court and all those things. Monday Barr number 1, Bruce number 4, Bro number 1, and all those things. Ajujabu, legally, is there any other way forward if on 15th December 2023 Nigerian government failed to release Mazi Nnamdi? If yes, educate us based on the law, the technique.
I don't want to sound negative, and I can never sound negative on this issue. Because I know that the reason Nnamdi has no option than to release him. It's not optional. It's not that done. Why? When I started that, say that anything outside the reason Nnamdi as quick as possible. To find that the federal government that they're responsible. They're actually responsible for what's happening in the Southeast. These people, and including all the stakeholders, because I know those who have been going on interceding. Who have been talking to the authorities. Some will go and call me on phone and tell me, look at what I've done. This man has been cleared by the court. This man has been discharged by the court. This one is being detained unconstitutional today. And as bad as it is, this case is the first case study in this country where a citizen will be discharged by a court of appeal and we are still keeping him. It's better. I be most ideated to listen. In law, we have our laws. We have laws. We have done all we can professionally within the confines of law. If you read the respondent brief before the court, you see how empty it is. You see how empty it is. I don't want to go into law. But the fact that government, I don't want to sound negative. I listen to the canon of 15th of December is not optional. It is not optional. It is something government must do. Because has committed no offense to law. Otherwise, we will know that there are people actually causing havoc in the southeast. And we'll be held responsible for that. This man or people who has come in their numbers, in their group to tell you, release him. If you release him, we will have good peace in the southeast. We cannot know the criminals and go after them. Allow us to go after the criminals. Let him come out. Allow us to go after the criminals. He has said it in a number of occasions that he has not visited with those who are causing havoc in the southeast. And that maybe as a peaceful government has come out publicly to tell you. And they have been writing it time without number that we are not part of this. What you are going to do? Challenge him. Challenge them. Challenge them now. Release him. Let's know what to happen in the southeast. If the people in the southeast didn't go after the criminals, then they'll come here bastard. They will go after the criminals. Without even government of security agents, they will go after these criminals. A responsible government must do the part that will restore peace and unity in the region. A responsible government must do after the part and advice that will restore total peace. They can enjoy the government. You can't continue to promote by your actions, promote violence and killings in the southeast. Today we are asking people to come back to Lagos, to come back to come and vest. Last month, I didn't sleep here for 2 weeks. I didn't sleep in my house for 2 days or thereabout. I was busy working on the case of those people that demolishing the property. I was actually involved in the matter. That whatever there was seen in that case today, I was involved. Which I didn't make it public. I was involved. They called me. I was involved. And unfortunately, I want the Biafrans to know today. Those guys were duped by some people that collected 100 million naira from them. Lawyers over there to defend them. And at the end of the day, those lawyers ran away from them. And we got involved. They didn't pay me a dime. And we got involved, making our contact to ensure they are protected. Now, we are asking everyone to return to Greece to come and invest when the atmosphere is tense. So anything that stops the release of that kind of 15 means they want the entire Southeast to return into violence and havoc. So the only thing for that government, to government to release on 15th of December, let him go his way. Then we Igbos who fight those who are disrespecting our land. We know them. We'll go after them. Before now, Christmas Christmas opportunity for us to come back home and invest. Help our people, help the needy, help those who just graduated, get job for them, and also through empowerment and give it to life of people. How can you develop your vision when you didn't travel for Christmas? Or Christmas like if you over a throne, if you want to for school and go, if you there a scholarship, if you there if you some people who are not on Christmas, how much you want to they will borrow money to come back home. Then when they are going, they will go on with money, they will have a very good action that work out for them. And here you go. So anything government will do on Friday, other than releasing that mechanism, will mean that government want to destroy the entire Southeast. And then we have a responsibility for that. And that means they've been encouraging that the people encouraging this problem in the Southeast. A responsible government, I'm saying it now, should be interested in policies that will bring restore peace in the country. And people in their numbers has come, governors has come, some governors has come, some senators have gone, some well-meaning Igbos have gone to tell them, assure them, leave this man, leave it for us. It is when you have to say again, man, you can say, Igbo will go after that. Igbo will industry us. We don't have to go about criminals. But we have to justification for the need of kill them and die. So what I'm saying in law, we have a law. Law is on our side. It has been decided by Federal High Court. Court will say, go home. So the reason on 16th of December 2023 is not optional. It's something that must be done. Thank you.
Ndewo barrister. So it's an optional, knowing how you're married, and it already sound negatively on that. So go adding. Ajụjụ ọzọ m chọrọ ka anyị bịa nebaba anya tupu ụmụnne anyị.
Emesịa nwanne m o nwere issue m chọrọ treat later. I believe that matter has lingered for so long. Though I've discussed with leadership, and I believe it's important for me to get involved in that matter because of madness going on in the southeast now, and that madness has simply removed the eyes of people who should be involved in the side reason now can religion and religion and no religion. So when we are done, I will go into that. Please, allow me to talk to the general for just 10 minutes about that issue.
Okay, ngwa nke ahụ ga-abụ ma anyị chịkọtawa anyị kwuo na okwu ọfụma na ife gbasara legal issues and all those things. O nwekwa ike nwekwa ajụjụ ọzọ ga-adị mgbe anyị emepe igwe eji ekwu okwu ka ndị mmadụ tinye ọnụ maka onwe ndị anyị na ha nọgasị na Zoom ebe a. Mana tupu anyị gaa to that one, m ga-ajụ gị ife dịka ndị rere onye ndu ịma na ekwubugo okwu a dịzie ka ọ bịa jụọ oyi ke ndị rụrụ ana o rubeghị mgbe anyị akwụpụta okwu officially si na ọ bụ onye dị ụta eziokwu na onye ndu dịka oge mgbara ya ajụjụ mgbara nwanne nwoke Benjamin mmadụ bụ ugo dịka m mere interview ọ sị na onye ndu si na ọ bụ MI16 and Ifeanyi mana ka anyị na-ekwu n'onu Igbo anyị ma na ọ bụ oke nọ n'ụlọ gwara oke nọ n'ọfịa na azụ dị na ngịga ihe a bụ arụ ka ọ bụ n'ala Igbo ọ wurubeghị mgbe anyị agwa anyị eziokwu ọ bụrụ na ya marụ mana agwa anyị ọfishali si anyị na nke a ka onye a mere nke a ka onye a mere amaghịzi m Ifeanyi ekpuchi afọ ime aka maka na ọ pụtago amara m kịta ọ bụgo gboo iji wee kwuo okwu a. Ndewo barrister gaa n'ihu.
Nwanne m daalụ ihe m chọrọ ikwu kịta bụ na ndị be asị achọrọ ihe gburu ọchụ jee n'ụzọ ọhịa ndị be anyị kwuru this matter mụ na onye ndu discuss here successfully and there are information he passed on to me and in confidence. That's my greatest strength here. The point is that he said that he will address this issue, but I should assure the global peaceful movement of IPOB that no one IPOB involved here. He said it clearly to me. Rather the US, not everybody. Thank God that when we invested last time, he came out to also say the same thing as he told him. He still pointing at accusing thing that they had a make here and they had involved in also, but almost other involvement. I don't think he didn't. Shota told me when I had a discussion with him that don't want here by the involved. But Emma, what I want to tell you, Bona, only calling me for job, I'm doing for job through other channels without you noticing. The point is that now it cannot be taken away from the fact that nobody had involved. It may not be to the knowledge of Onion. That's what I want to tell you. It may not be to his knowledge that Nandebai but have been involved in plotting this. It may not be to his knowledge because I'm not to his knowledge, but I've mentioned it to me. That Nandebai, no, but no, had involved. And then, one thing about this, I believe that most important thing at this point in time is his freedom. Now, the catch by this point. What's important is for him to regain his freedom and go for proper medical treatment. That's the most important thing. When it comes out, he will have an opportunity to also introspect because all Nyama can go through that travel, and then he will have an opportunity of introspecting and possibly thinking aloud and also probably putting two and two together. So, but for now, he wasn't specific as to Nonya involved. I never indicted Onya from our place. So I don't tell lies. I will tell you how he said it to me. And I hope that says tomorrow during his period of introspection or inquiries or investigation, not talk about another market or go on his word. Now what I believe I want to advise at this point, in line with what he said to me, let all hands be on deck to ensure that he's out. So that's the most important thing. Now put on the balance not like Kenya Dara. Uratande Ogumado. or non-auditor. So, so let him be out. First of all, once out, thankfully, we have accountability in this now, and God will make it happen. I believe God strongly, and God will make it happen. It happened in 2017, it happened again. So when it's out, then we'll have opportunity of discussing certain issues, pertinent issues that will be relevant to the struggle, and that will be, then you will have your floor to have that discussion with. Thank you so much.
Ndị ụba ama m na okwu a nwere ka ọ ga-esi wee do mana ihe dịka anyị nwa ya akpụghị isi chere mkpọrọ ọ bụrụ ma onye ndu anyị ekwechirigo maka na ihe m ji na-ekwu bụ dịka i kwuru isi na a chọrọ ka ọ pụtagodo mpụta ya mana ka anyị na-anọgasị a na-ekwu dịka nke a na ọ dị official nke a dị official ọhaneze kewuru ịbụọ onye nke ọzọ bụ isi guzoro kwuru ọ sị na o nwere ndị Igbo na-achọrọ ka onye ndu pụta na fa na-agba mbọ maka ihe ndị na-ekwu ya ka anyị na-agba mbọ ka ọ pụta na ọ nwekwara ndị na-achọrọ ka ọ pụta ka anyị mara ndị bụ ndị ọhịa o ji ede mkpa na-ekwu ụkwa na-etinyekwa ya mmadụ dịka nwa amadi a mbụ Ifeanyi Uba ọ ga-ajụrụ ya ajụjụ Ifeanyi Uba sị na ọ bụ ụgbọelu enyi ya nwoke abụrụ m okwu gbasara abụrụ ya na ụgbọelu enyi ya nwoke ka eji wee budata ya n'ala Igbo na Naịjirịa ụgbọelu enyi ya nwoke ọ sọrọ nọ nke ya a na-ekwu okwu a na-aratagasị okwu aka amara onye bụ onye bikos ife mere n'ala Igbo bụ arụ ofu onye Igbo ji afụ ụzọ achọ ka etipịa ya ngwa ka ha nọ kịta ka ifefa na-eme o nwere ife anyị fụrụ ife m na-ekwu bụ ka a na-agba mbọ ka onye ndụpụta ka a makwana ndị a na-akwụnyere okwu ndị so anyị na ndị na-esoro anyị nụ onye ndị na-ekwu ife a yọtago onye ndu nwee ike ọ mara onye bụ onye duto na ya kpara nkata n'azụ ya ọ mara tupu ọ danye o nwere ike nọrọ ebe ahụ ọ gaghị ama na ndị dịkwa ụta so dịka ị na-ekwu okwu na-arụtụ ihe dịka ndị ụlọ ikpe aka ndị si ewepụta ya ndị esi ewepụta ya mana ndị a na-abịakwutekwa ya ekwunyere ya okwu onye ndị na-ekwu owu rube ahụ mgbe anyị agwa anyị sị ya dịkwa ama ma agala ebe a gaa ebe dị ụta maka adị ama ama ihe nchọrọ ajụjụ nchọrọ ịtọrọ ekwe na ajụ ama m na-esago ya mana o nwezi ihe ị chọrọ ikwubie ya tupu mmadụzie ga ajụjụ ọzọ mmadụ dere gakwara na mpaghara ihe ọzọ nke ịbụọ na ajụjụ a nke ịbụ ewe n'iwe nke ịbụọ na ajụjụ a fanche ya agakọcha ọnụ oge m gbara nwanne anyị nwoke Benjamin Madubugo ajụjụ dịka mụ na gị kparịtara o nwere okwu o kwuru ọrụ n'oyibo asị underline ọ sị na sọsọ asị ka a na-atụrụ onye ndu ebe ahụ n'ọsọsọ asị mụnwa mere ya interview ọsọsọ asị ka ndị na-agafe ya na-atụrụ ya asị amaghị m inwe ike kọwatatụkwara anyị ndị na-atụ asị ya bikos ihe emebichichicha na anyị a na-emebiri anyị ihe na IPOB a na-organize ọ na-aghasa apụtasị onye a bụ onye ori onye ndị isi anyị ndị na-achịkwa anyị onwebeghị ụdị ebubo a na-ebefọrọfa ọzụga nnọọ amara Chineke ya amaghị ebe anyị kara ịnọ kịta ke ndị na-aja ahụ onye ndu a ke ndị na-asịrị ya asị ya bụ ajụjụ ịbụọ ahụ ichekwatazie ya ndewo.
My brother, Nwachineke, the point is that ndị banks na ihe agba na aka juru juru enyi ya and the moment you realize if you are in this case as an IPB lawyer, which I'm not an IPB member, I used to tell you the man ihe a na-eme na this case abụrụ ihe mmụọ ka na-eme iwere aka ọcha bata na ya aka ọdọchi bata na ya God will continue to bless you and to resolve you and bless the rest of the hand. Only one other underlying motive to that to be God will have a work coming back to you. Just like someone who has been in solitary confinement for 2 years and now 23 years. I'm only not in that condition. Sometimes I will not blame him. You really have enough. So the show, one first penalty take area. So what possible to make up or not compromise firm. So here Benjamin Madubugo from truth is truth. And if you take into account, you mustn't do they're not much. Their names are there, you know them. You know them, know the extent of lies. I told Onyendu, someone here going to I can make argument, but a subject. I make argument of possibility of overcome. I took one. You respect me for that. I don't tell you what you want to hear. I'm aware simple. I'm aware when you say, I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I want to tell you things as it is. When you come out to see other things, but I will tell you what I will tell you the things as it is. I don't want to I don't want to. You may not like me for that, or you may like me for that, but I will tell you the things as it is. Right? So it is the correct truth and the correct thing. Oh yeah, the correct truth. The naked truth to go now. And it's still on today. What can I get you? Let go. So, but the one problem with that, our own major interest and preoccupation at this point in time. You know, you have to make it better. Legal speaking, legal wise, I'm going to die as a lawyer. I've done my own part. Because by getting to Supreme Court, being I'm in a Supreme Court, I waiting judgment, I've done my own part. So, you have to go to task and also, don't know if it's one you don't be telling them, you will come out. These are things I want them to believe. I'm going to put but I know you will not die. You will come out. And you will come out soon. Over time, you check this here. We need to go and Mr. A and Mr. B and Mr. C and Mrs. C and there. There's no one. What you know, what the possible no one be one bego. The man I go can correct that. Oh, my way, the man in the cool one bego when he doctor. Urakita, or the market, where you try to my hotel. You want to lead them. But I don't think those things are important to me. Now, so I don't have one problem with that. I know he will come out and will come out alive. All the time, or feeling in a way, or volunteers open and Tabasco. So, and that will not delay us from the part I see. Part I see, you may get it from the but so little attention to Sarah to the man and wake it. The man and wake it, I will bring all of them one after and address them publicly. Why I have to discuss a lot with my to let him discuss because I've not said anything. I've not put a lot in there. Why I want to discuss it to level question? Because he has gone to dine with somebody who want to looking the telemetry as quickly as possible. And I will not say it when I'm dead. No, I want to hear but I'm not going to hear down. Because I'm going to not say it because people right? And so I have to say for people to know what's happening around me. Because I cannot be a party. I cannot go at my back to meet someone who is looking for to kill any of us, or someone who has been repeatedly making an attempt to eliminate any of us. I won't do that. And so that's why I have to say, the issue of life and death. And that's what I told him, sir, now why I am coming to you, because only was shocked. And he's meeting with him, and I've been told, I don't know. So let me make it public. You see, when you're machine or something, we are not, don't know what happened to Ejiofor. We don't know what happened to his people. We don't know how to file or to file members, or even to my lawyers. I don't want to call him tomorrow back for a court. They have no nature. Only of money, I'm not going to hold a fast. If they don't come back, I'm not going to the man know that they don't have the funds for this. So that's number one. Number two, I will encourage you people and I will advise this peaceful global movement not to be distracted by antics of enemies. Enemies are working day and night. They are working day and night relentlessly to derail the objective of this struggle. And they are using people who are part and parcel of the process to do that. You see, because somebody, you're not trying to get them, trying to eat them poison, assuming without all the possible. Now, office, office, no, John, when they just going to attend there, you're not second to them, I'm born on my PK, they were there. Also, my PK, okay, I know what I had, one to my day, just talking to something to do. But it's not possible because my last, when I had it, one day I would let freely. So, what about the possible? And I try to go walk, right? I try to go walk on office. So, never know do I say careful. So, what I'm saying, now, I don't carry this course. I don't care about Sarah Senate. We don't have a particular issue. For now, let him come out. Let our preoccupation be Oputa. The facts are there. We have come a long way in defending this case. If I tell you what I have, what the facts before me, believe me, which is also in the line of some people, the leadership. If I tell you what is playing out around in these gangsters, but I don't want to discuss it. I'm keeping it as documented everything. Let me just say that we am volunteering about 30% of what I have on my record. Those other ones will prejudice what I'm doing and what's the effort to bring the onion out. So I don't want us to discuss it here until it comes out. Until it comes out, don't when you send the other here. You get off here. Well, for how wicked in the body. Who wicked our people body. People are evil. I'm sorry to say this. Anybody evil. Anybody evil. Anybody evil. That's why. Oh, because I'm evil, but I'm not the kind of work level now. Open our people who will be the Kandasa, or man about today. Open the man about today. They can wonder how okay the president of this country what happened. Within 1 more week, because Oyana, I'll have to do it. It's not very hard. I have a now. You think it all just me, say now I'm not stop talking about it, but who told you that? It's something else they have. When they bring him in, when the government was in power. They didn't bring it in. They stopped him from bringing that in. They stopped him because I'm at 18 years in prison. He is a free man. Anybody can do also. When you do not can so our people are not doing much. I've not done much so far. I know that some people are also not don't want him to be out. I have no information. I'm a actual corporate. I'm a real Jimmy. No, no, so the most important thing at this point in time, I able and you can draw when you tell them mother, and you'll be out. Oh, but I'm serious. I had no the buy pastor. I don't know what I'm doing. As the buy, it's not that pastor. Otherwise, tell me why I'm defending IPOB and their members in court. Or bring her and go one more. How can I kill this man? How can I kill this man? Just tell me. I don't need to come. You know answer. Because when it's in our pocket, yeah, we are in our pocket, yeah, not in our pocket, yeah, or trouble how 1 million about it, about business, but how you want to trouble? How can I kill this man? When an Azanji and Azana, when an Azana, I make business with him, when an Azana lifted, and I want that ship, but I want this man die to be killed. Have you seen me calling people to complicate out this man? Have you seen me? So that will tell you how wicked our people is. All our people will phobia. Imagine that the kind will not be there for more than a month of time. Are you aware that at some point in this, because of this case, that some people went to see the former president of this country, Buhari, and he mentioned them in that telephone, and my name was among them. Are you aware? That's what I said to you. My name was among them. And he fixed a timeline. We didn't want to have a meeting and listen to the camera. He fixed a timeline. That was when Mazi late.
Barrister, I'm not sure if you quote him. Is any Jerifu, Onye Chobra, Chosena, Yachorefugi, Outacham.
I think there was a time a delegate went to see Onye Salapla on Mazi and the Kanu's case, right? Before I let that delegation go, who Nwachineke, they went there first time, second time. He had a meeting with them and told them those who want to see. I went to see, I took Nwachineke late. I went to Onyendu and they had a meeting. We went to see him. He has his man dead. They had a discussion with him. That was then, you know when it happened. This man came here on a wheelchair from Abuja 2 times. Yeah? I was with him in a hotel. I had planned to get the meeting. They didn't come. They didn't come. The one manager will be asked his long time. They didn't come. This one waiting for 3 days. Did you see them? No more grabbers again. And that was the end. Unfortunately, some of them are someone's in a meeting. On the outside people. But I'm the outside. One of them flew all the way from UK to the meeting. Then that day, flew all the way from UK to the meeting. Not a child for the meeting. And he told Onyendu to the meeting. Say, Onyendu go between. Well, he came all the way from UK because of this meeting. That was Father Castasi. Orang people, you know, talk about the meeting. Come on, come on, okay. For one and two, every need like a yard, so if you are telling me that they didn't do much, thankfully, Lord is on our side. I'm saying this for the first time to debate facts. I have a lot on my hands. I kept to myself, not competent. So the point is that I don't want to go into a discussion that way that will derail the purpose of what you are doing. No, happy for now. Happy knows some of this is not for now. You will hear everything from him, and you will have a discussion with him. You will talk and involved when I come there. I'll get involved. So let us focus on things that will bring him out. That's the most important thing now. Let us be doing things that will bring him out, and also focus too on making qualifications and activities of those who are actually competent. Well, that's very important too. And then what you feel, some of them now working with federal government and working with security agents. So working, clarifying, and telling them, Nandi have a commando too. Because I can never sanction violence. Me, by the state of can never sanction violence, and I'm not part of it. And unfortunately as it is today, which can make Andy Momalo. And remember the Jeep is the Jeep is 7% east. And I'm a gas express. And I'm a gas now, you know, now from the buy, now from the police. Yeah, when they see me, they'll stop me. Cut them off, man. Only I can marry up, I will we're saying on Ozu. Ozu, I'm not okay. I do the best. Yeah. Wait. Okay, time of man, or some of them, 8 of them are doing the I showed my life. You ask me how is it doing? When is it coming out? As man, we're working out, we're doing our best. 80% of them, we ask me how is it doing? I'm telling you what I'm seeing on the road. I just came back yesterday morning from East, in the little East. They will tell you, what are we here? How is it doing? Let's do other things, but let's discuss other things. Sorry about just an attempt to paralyze.
Ndewo barrister. Dịka isi wọta anyị mana ọ nwere ọ ga-asị na anyị nwa bụ IPOB na anyị bụ proscribere anyị, and ọ ga-ahụ emechara ife ahụ enwe ka ngụnwa were okwu a weje na ọ dịka ọ bụ appeal court ka okwu ahụ nọ. Amarọ m ekpechaghị ekpecha, mana ọ nweziri ọ ga-anyị nọkọtara ọ na-efarịzi n'ikuku na ụlọikpe nke dị nọ n'Enugu, na ụlọikpe nke ahụ zi ewepụla anyị dị proscribe ga anyị. Mmadụ dịka mụnwa ghọtara m beka amarọ agụrọ m lọọ, mana ka m si wee ghọtata ihe dị na lọọ, achọrọ m na dịka okwu anyị nọ na Supreme Court kịta na nke anyị na-eche n'ụbọchị 15th na enwere ka Federal High Court esi nwee aka na ya dịka m si ghọta ihe lọọ. Mana m ga-achọ ka ịkọwatara maka na Igbo niile na-ege ntị, IPOB niile na-ege ntị, edi proscribe go IPOB n'ezie ekpegokwa n'ikpe nke nọ na appeal court. Biko ka ịkọwatatara ka anyị mara ka anyị si eje, maka na enwe onye kwuru okwu ọda ndụ ka ikpe ndị ikpọgasịrị afa na ewepụga afọ anyị. Ndewo.
Thank you, Baba, and God bless you. What I want to say about this is simple. Upon the prosecution of IPOB by the federal government, that was on September 17th, 2017, I went to court to challenge it. They filed an application to set aside the other prosecution of IPOB. Then, when the matter was heard on the merits, and the court dismissed the application, I will file appeal before the Court of Appeal on the subject. So, the appeal was pending. Apart from filing application for an appeal against that decision, because the fact, now there is a lay down guideline for prescribing an organization, which is contained in our law, still in our law. These guidelines were not met by requirements expected of the character of the activities of IPOB. They were not met. So, and remember also, now what propelled the actions taken at that position of IPOB, the political position of IPOB, was the fact that when the government filed a charge against Mazi, and part of the charge, that IPOB was referred to in that charge, 2017, as an unlawful organization. We also challenge it, the competence of that child for the court, stating before the court, that same 217, that the character of IPOB and activities of IPOB didn't fall within the definition of association that are violent. Argument was canvassed by my humble self to that effect, and the court struck out that child that has to do with declaring IPOB as a local organization. And instead of federal government going to appeal against that, against the government of they quickly went to trial to obtain an order, call it black market order, to try to fight. So these are part of argument before the court of appeal in challenging the prosecution. We also find a motion for stay of execution. Of course, you know, our greatest constant in this country here is that politically, when you have this type of cases, there must be interest and there must be influence, one way or the other. So not all judges have the temerity and the guts to dispense justice down here. So, and it affected dates. But I struggle, I followed it up. So the point, the matter was stated for definite hearing. The time the matter was stated for definite hearing. That was when the parties were all doing so with their notices. In the cabinet, this one is coming up on a certain date last year for definite hearing. And you know, when a matter is heard by court, there's still the judgment. So in between that period, one of the visits I conducted, Oyendu mentioned to me that someone gave that a lawyer is coming in to file an application for in the matter. I said, Oyendu, you know, court of appeal how it works. If you file an application in this matter, it may be explained as a primary concern as a delay tactics on our part. And since you know federal government has been doing this proceedings, that will go on. And they convinced him, the people that came to talk to him, convinced him that we have abandoned the appeal. That was not appeal as well. I told you it's coming up for the hearing. So you know, he said, you have been so wonderful. Since they want to make contribution and business, it should come in. And I told him, please, if you have, since this matter has been adjourned for this hearing, and someone want to file a process in this case, which is called for hearing, with due respect, I will not be part of this case again. The person should go on. The person should do what? Should go on and conduct the procedures, proceeding before the court of appeal. They went on, they filed several applications before the court of appeal. Till date, as I speak to you, there has never been any formal date or record given to them for the appeal to date. To date, there hasn't been any formal date given for the I told you, please, with due respect to you as a person, I will not be part of this case again. Let them go on, and that's where we asked them. So I don't want to talk more, discuss much about it. That's my level of the level. The way I will stop. I'll stop. Then going forward, in relation to the matter that has to do with the government we're talking about, I read government. I read it in the train line. I read the government. The courts the high courts in Enugu made such an order. That's number one. There's no order from state high court stating that IPD has been defense. That's not contained that order of the government of the court. I've read it in the train line. Down there. So whosoever is telling you that the government of the state high court said that IPD has been right is not being honest. That's number one. Number two, government stated in its entirety that there are so other groups in the country that are also involved in one agitation or the other. That the manner in which IPOB was prescribed is irregular. He didn't say no. That he didn't say that the other is because clearly stated that he doesn't want to get involved in that because he was aware that there's a judgment, there's a matter, a live case on that subject before the court of appeal. So the court entertained other preliminary matters that has to do with activities of the pronouncement by the South governors and the other. They didn't delve into the main meat of this. And of course, you know that when this matter is before the Court of Appeal, I don't think there's any competent court that will make pronouncement on the right case for the Court of Appeal. But I believe so, and I'm hopeful because I've done my own part. I believe what's before the Court of Appeal will sustain will sustain the appeal in fact. But I don't think there's any fundamental amendment for the Court of Appeal. So that's my level of conclusion to what to say. So I don't think unless one makes people.
So to layman understanding, IPOB have not been proscribed.
Not at all.
Not at all. In which case, we are no neighbor. Okay, yes, the Kawai no neighbor. Who's in on the Gepota?
Here, no Kupuna. Oge anyị na-eme okwu n'ụka na 2017 anyị na court ndị obodo a tiri akwụkwọ na court osi court na IPOB one of the charges na court bụ na IPOB bụ ndị otu na-akpa aghara na ha na-akpa aghara na ha na-eme ọkpa na court ya court na onye na-ebibi otu na-akpa aghara. So anyị ma tinye akwụkwọ kọt ya tụfuo ife ha na-ekwu n'ọrụ ndị ọmụ ya ọ gara n'ọrụ eziokwu na IPOB obodo na-ekwu okwu maka inwere ha ka ọ dụrụ ndị Igbo ka ọ dụrụ ndị be anyị mma na okwu nwere ikwu okwu si na ọ chọrọ na gịnị na-alụ dị na nwunye site na ọ chọrọ ka ụlọ dị na nwunye abụrụ alụ ka ọ bụ kama n'ọrait ya dị provided na akwụkwọ iwu nyere ikike ya kwuo na ọ chọrọ ọ sị na ọ na-anụzi na nwunye ya kwuo na ya anụzi ejọta ka etinwe nwoke na nwaanyị si eje kọt when I had a child like you had a make it a matter of the time like that. After 3 months, so after 3 months, before I had a child, I don't feel like I can't. So this is what law says. Law says you have the right to agitate. That law doesn't say you have the right to self determination. So I believe that no need it because we were saying that we run down where to for her government to see another can I as a journal. I try to so obodo afọ na ebe a na-ekwu ndị ọmụme na kọtụ tụfugo ha kwuru agbata abụta ka obodo ha ka ọ bụ na si na aje nweta ikike ịchụkwu na IPOB na dị na ebutọ otu ọjọọ so si nweta ike ahụ unu ka ọ mee ha sọ ha wee etu a anyị sokwa ha ịkọrọ ụlọ ikpe ahụ gwa kọtụ ahụ ya tụfu maka kọtụ ọzọ ka anyị ga-esipụta so ya gbakọta anya tụfuo ihe ndị a na-ekwuru ọrụ ndị ọma na IPOB ara achọ ọgba aghara IPOB bụ otu na-achọ maka ọdịmma ndị be anyị ekwu na ife a na-eme ndị be anyị dọrọ mma Nnamdị Kanachi na kọt ya tụfuo ihe ndị obodo a kwuru ọ dọrọ mma iji kpọ ndị be anyị na paabụ ndị ori iji megide ndị be anyị kọt jụ wee anyị jụọ apịl anyị nọzi na apịl na-ekpe so ịma ịnweta deti na kọt apịl na apịarụ anyị etitega akwụkwọ kpụrụ gọọmenti na gọọmenti na-adụchighi azụ maka ha si eme n'obodo a ha tinye akwụkwọ ikpe n'ikpe ma ikpe na nketa na gbafere ha iji kpakpụta ya ihe kpakpụtakwa ebe ha na-ada na ala kpọta ha nọ n'ikpe tupu ha abịa zaa ihe maka ha gbaje kọt agbafere ha ọsọ so maka ịma na eju kwadoro ha n'ọnụ so ụlọ ikpe wee sị na-ekpezi ikpe a nwoke ahịa ka ekpe so akazie ka ekpe na-akpọrọzi ikpe a ndị otu mụra ha na-eji afụ onye ndu wee sị na adịkpe si na ikpe na nwere etiri ikpe a ka ekpe ekpe etiri ikpe a naghị ekpe etigere naghị ekpe for definite hearing na October 6th 2022 ka etiri ekpe ya ndị mụra ha na-adịkọkwa ndị ọrụ nkịtị enwefu wee dịkwu onye ndu si na ka afọ ya na na-ahapụgo ikpe a na marakwa ekpezikwa ya na mụ hapụrụ ka a na-akpọkọ ndị be anyị so bụrụ onye ndu kwuo okwu onye ndu wesị na nwere akwụkwọ ndị a na-ekwu na eti na ndị achọ ka etinye na n'ihe anyị tinye n'ụlọ ikpe na Court of Appeal na-etinye ka e wee kwụsị ịkwụ ndị na-akpụ ndị be anyị ibe ndị ọzọ kwụsị onye ndụrụ ọma ngwọk na itinye ha n'akwụkwọ nke okwu a dịgoro otu a itinye ha n'akwụkwọ ka i wee mee ife ọdanya na ndị obodo anyị asị na ndị obodo anyị ndị kọtụ enyeghị deeti tere aka anyị anụzie n'oge so mana ebe ọnụọgụgụ ha ga-etinye akwụkwọ anaghị agbagha ya okwu n'onye ya nwe ji ya nwe ji ya nwe mma onye obere ya rie so nsị anaghị agbagha ya okwu na ihe dị na bụ ha ga-etinye akwụkwọ ka ekpee ya ka anụ ife ọ dị okwu so ha tizie akwụkwọ dị ọtụtụ n'ebe ahụ akwụkwọ a ka etiziri ndị a kamgbe ahụ ha tiri akwụkwọ tata I went to the one on it. One Aragona, another part to the so, if so, but I said no way and go. But I'm nice now what I look at or Yawan, look over here. So, no, I have my column. Then, cause of the keep there, but can the alcohol, the alcohol Enugu State High Court, only the one out there. I go there, then go. But I want a lot more call. Now, don't know a lot more call here without the so it's only without the Abu Jurana Cha, non literally 80 before the we call him without. Well, Tana, Enugu Kuna, the hand them government in the so now I feel the Denka, and I feel the whole organization. Now, brothers, I know, I'll point to go for it. Come to the servant of Rakapuna to see. I try and die to the other of my just saying, I drop my arm around it. It was the different of that drama. So, no, and to work on the book. I just see a chin. I never go to accept them because even I remember when you to see because of the actually I will both so much by a blue card on the combo side and I go a combo. So, get the guru. Every time I got up, every time I should goes in it down. I want to I know when the Bible in the US have one thing because now all the poor control the Bible and natural if so one rule family even not the camera I do I can't tell cause so bring it in here. I command about how to take it so now kind of well got Papa cause so that's all I can tell you. I'm gonna have a time for I want them.
There Sandewo ngwanu anyị emepe igwe anyị maka ndị nọ na Zoom na ndị ọzọ ka anyị mara ndị nwere ajụjụ ọzọ na nke ị na-emetụbeghị aka ọ bụ na onye ahụ jụọ bụrụ na nke ị na-emetụbeghị aka asa akwụkwọ nnọọ nke imetụgo aka agwa ya ka o jee gee ihe ikwuburu mana amarọ m ajụjụ anọ m n'ọnụ mana ka m jụpụ ya o nwere ihe ị nwere ikwu maka okwu ekperima ime onye na-ekwu ekperima bụ afọ ya ma ọ tekwu gba afọ gara aga nwe ka gị na ya si itinye ya n'ụlọ ikpe o nwere onye cheka m mmechi ya o nwere gị na ya jere ụlọ ikpe o nweziri inwe ike ikwu okwu ihe gbasara ya kịta ka ọ sị hapụ ya
people here can know it. I'm not going to go. Onye nwere ike ikwu ya mana ịmana nwanne m nke bụ eziokwu bụ na ihe afọ na-aka mgbe ụdị aka mpụta maka onye ahụ bụkwa oge nchọpụtara ndị nwa ha na-achọ ihe soro ụgwọ ndụ kwukwe ntụrụaka ọrụkọ maka onye ndụ onye ndabere nke adịsa na-achọ efu sa na-achọ gị achọ efu ịma bifo na echekwa n'ofu ala ji ka na-achọ efu ka ndị mara ha na-chọpụta oge metara chọpụta na bụ abụrụ ha na-abụ a na-ekwu nka ndị nke ọzọ na-ekwu so sina na-ekwu okwu na ya na ya iwedu mkpa bụ na because nkwu okwu anaghị enye relevance when I discuss him I give relevance so and you watch have some time don't get out to everybody here but all that is Ejiofor so for now because we are not the same person so because I'm darkness and light has no fitting point because and of course you know I'm a child of grace and when you fight a child of grace you are displayed with this grace so and also there's no competition in destiny. You have to destiny. So Maraman take that glory. Maraman we Mara the it is women for job. Although possible, I don't know what I go near them. So the point is that I address issues between me and him legally. And the matter is live in court. I'm serving processes and this we are on. So don't have time everything response. So I choose not to mention them. Because I know if I mention his name, it becomes relevant to him. And then so I will talk to him, discuss him on a level to understand what I'm talking about. So because just for reasons already profound, I don't think it's important to bring him to this topic. Thank you so much.
Yeah, well, what is your quick answer? Maka onye akpọrọ aha marago agaghị akpọkwa n'ihe afa ngwanụ Igbo ndị ọma na-ege ntị nọ na Zoom o nwere ajụjụ ị chọrọ ịjụ onye ọkaikpe anyị na ya nọ na chi awụtọ ọkọchachachara anyị ife dị ya n'obi ịkwa ka anyị ghọta ajụkwana ya ajụjụ ndị nke anyị nwegasịrị ebe a o nwere ike uche ofu onye adịghị ezu o nwere ike ngụnwa o nwekwara ife dịgasị anya gbasara ife anyị na-eme kịta ịchọrọ ịjụ ngachọ ọnụ nọ na Zoom iwene aka enu o nwere onye nke na-ewene aka enu m ga-akpọbata gị ka ikwu okwu onwe ndị na-eme crying noise ebe a. Okay. Ngwa Mazi Agwụ Kanlụ iwere aka gị na-emego gị on mute ị na-afụ inweta ya ị nwere ajụjụ Mazi ị na-anụ m ị n'ebe ahụ?
Yes, I can hear you.
Ngwa gaa n'iru ị na-akụ n'Igbo ka n'ụlọ Igbo gaa n'iru.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Gaa n'iru.
Okay, thank you so much, our barrister. You have said all, but what I wanted to know is this. We saw some few months ago, on a WhatsApp chat, which exposes the fact that the infiltrator, the exam provocateur in Finland, is communicating with the lawyer, Aloy Jimako, and it is very clear that he has been an intermediary between the Ekperima and the politicians. And I want to know if our leader is aware of this particular fact, and still this man is still very close to the intimacy of what we are doing. That is my question. Thank you so much.
Ndewo. Barrister Ganiru.
Thank you so much. The point is that, as I told you, the parties there, and even when we doing the productive part of this, okay, the first thing is that a lot of things are good. And people should know that it's also not sung health-wise. And I am managing him the most I can, health-wise, because I'm more concerned about things that will make him feel happy and things that will make him feel healthy. So I know this subject has been discussed with him effectively and comprehensively, and it's where it is. Because my one problem about this is that even though in a place we don't have access to some of these write-offs, so and we don't have access to it except what we are finding in court, and maybe because of of course Umoyen is a very careful guy and a very person who is very circumspect of things around it. You know what is going on. I've discussed that with him, and then he doesn't have access to the documents in question, which has gone viral, and I know the implication of that document. Then I told him in detail what he predicts. So all my whoever said that when I discovered that Andemon had at one of the book one, I don't know, the most circumspect. Around me and also our level of involvement is our victims are achieving so far, and also our dedication to the case, our commitment to ensure that all Biafrans and Biafra people, particularly people who are unlawfully detained and arrested will be released. So I will leave it at this point until when this I'll take.
Thank you, Barrister. Come go back. Mazi Onyeka Ekekwe. Mazi, you're on mute now. You can ask a question.
Okay.
Barrister, you see, can all money in a little Igbo. Chineke nọ n'eluigwe ga na-edu gị maka n'aka gị dị ọcha. Ekpere na ekpere isi gị bụ ọchụ ọkụkọ na ada oge ngwongwo ọsọ. Ị ga na-eje na-abata, Chineke ga na-agọzi gị. Barrister, agwụ na one of the question nature bụ njụ. Anyị sakwa isa onye ga-esi wee sa ya. Another question m nwere bụ gbasara Kenya. Nwere any particular ikpe anyị nwere na Kenya, that is ndị otu anyị ndị IPOB nwere gbasara ikpe anyị na-eme na Kenya ma ọ na-esi wee jide onye ndu na Kenya. Enwere nwe ike mgbatụla anyị aka n'ihe gbasara ikpe nwere na Kenya. Daalụ.
Ndewo Mazi, ajụjụ gị banyere. Barrister.
Thank you. Mazi, the point is that when Onyendu was abducted, kidnapped in Kenya as a royal decision to Nigeria, certain legal steps were taken as initiated, and which includes filing action against the Kenyan government and the royal decision. So, I'm not the one handling that case, and I'm not privy to information about the state of the case. But I know that I'm aware that I don't think anything useful is coming out from that case. So I don't think something positive has come out from that case. Or I can also confirm that the government has believed that. I can confirm that because I'm not part of the case. And I know a matter and the civil suit was initiated against Kenyan government and those involved in the process. But I can't confirm to you whether the matter has been disposed of or anything positive is coming out from the case. So, because I believe that matter, we stopped discussing that matter months ago, sure. So I don't think I'm not part of it. I can't give sufficient information about the update in the matter. But I know of the fact that the government has not been delivered in the matter, or unless the matter would space. But if possible, I'll be discussing without possible.
Ndewo Barrister. Ka anyị kpọbata onye nke afa gị bụ Denver TWE3. Ka ị jụọ ajụjụ gị.
Hello, Mazi. Can you hear Mazi?
Yeah, I can hear you. Ganiru.
Okay. Thank you, great people. Mazi, I made a mistake that I couldn't put my name there. Who is talking to you all is the Biafran child Nwachineke. Ndewo Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, sir. Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, I greet you so much for the good work you are doing for the great people of Biafra. Of course, we know that you are not a member of IPOB, but we know that you love your people with your heart. Mazi, I just want to talk about Emeka from Emeka Amandehana. Of course, the head of DOS, which is Mazi Doziem, who is in charge on absence of Mazi Nnamdi. There is no dispute on that, and anything Mazi Doziem says goes. Mazi, we heard Mazi Doziem, and we heard him clear that anything that happens to you is Emeka Ofo. And we are saying it to every person in that contraption called Damnable Zoo. Mazi, we know that we are still in the zoo. But for us, Nigeria is a zoo. We don't regard Nigeria as a nation. Nigeria is not a country. We know that. And we are telling Emeka Ofo that anything that happens to you, because he thinks that maybe he tied his life on Iroko tree. We know him. We know every of his Appian way. We know he's going and coming in. Anything that happens to you or your family, that is when Emeka Ofo we know that we know what we are doing. You know, we have been keeping quiet. The reason why we are keeping quiet, we know the reason why. Because Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who meant good for his own people, are still They are not talking about how to listen Mazi Nnamdi. Mazi, we know that you're a lawyer. There are some things that you will say and there are some things you are not going to say. A lawyer, Ejiofor, is a partner in crime. We say things the way it is. We are not here. We are not here to pamper people or use political correctness. A lawyer, Ejiofor, is a partner in crime. Hope who's or them don't want our leader to be out. We say things the way it is. The one they call Ifeanyi, waiting they call him, the other one, he said that he's the plane of his friend. They used to block Mazi Nnamdi. Mazi, we haven't forgotten about all these things. We know, and we know the reason why we are piping low, because we want humanity to be free. Mazi, the question that I just want to ask, and I still want to thank you, because Mazi, I so much love you because of what you are doing for us. You have been trying your best, and your best, there is no how we can use it to equate anybody in that contraption. But Mazi, I want to ask you this question. We heard last time that they brought a new son. My question now to you is Barrister Osakome, Mazi Osakome, is he still the lead counsel of Mazi Nnamdi? That is my question, Mazi. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You know, I told you people before now that when, first of all, when this prerogative and right, constitutional right to engage as many lawyers as possible. So when can engage 100 lawyers to be part of it and choose no lawyers out of them that will defend him or because it's prerogative. So when Chief Kanwagabi was about to be drafted in as a lawyer in the state, when he told that he wants him to be mentioned to me, though late a few days before the matter state from hearing before the Supreme Court. However, Mazi Chief Kanwagabi said he will never appear in court because he's really coming to appear in court. I want to get this part clear. Because, however, let me clarify this before we proceed. First of all, this appeal rose from the sort of Barr court, which struck out 8 counts, remaining 7 counts charge. Then when we are not satisfied with the fact that 7 counts charge was still remaining, we proceeded to court appeal, heavily led by Professor Michael Zekobese, to challenge the remaining 7 count charge. And before the court of appeal, the appeal was unanimously allowed, and judgment delivered on 13th of October 2022, wherein the Nene Justice Court of Appeal declared the detention and arrest of Onyen Mazi Nnamdi illegal and unconstitutional, and further directed the federal government to release him unconditionally, and proceeded to direct that Mazi Nnamdi cannot face any other indictment or be tried in any court before in Nigerian court for gross violation of his rights. So then the federal government appeal against that decision of the appeal. We also settled it. We followed it up. It was when they filed when the appeal against that went to the court of appeal, they went to state, as I earlier mentioned. We also followed it up to ensure that the courts were transmitted to the Supreme Court, and when after transmission of records, timeline wouldn't wish for them to file a respondent appellate brief in line with the practice direction of the High Court of the Supreme Court allows in the filing process. We filed an application to get the appeal dismissed. It was at that point we discovered that a few days after filing an application to dismiss the appeal against Mazi Nnamdi, against the short of appeal, that the federal government filed the appellate brief out of time along with the motion for time extension, and didn't serve us. So we quickly filed application for CTC of that same process to file, obtained it. Then responded to what they filed. This process we are filing before the court of appeal was being filed under the supervision, scrutiny, and able leadership of Professor Michael Zekom is one signing, one going through, one vetting, one authorizing filing as lead counsel. So I end of the entire processes before the Supreme Court, in which some applications were also disposed of, some were thrown out before a date was taken for different hearing of that appeal before the Supreme Court. At that point, the matter was adjourned for different hearing. I want the Biafra to be careful. The entire processes for the matter has been exchanged and filed. So it's not coming for the hearing of those applications filed and signed by Professor Michael Zekom as lead counsel. So the fact that Onyendu decided to bring in Chief Michael Zabiagebe SN does not affect or change the character of the case or change the fact that Zekom was lead counsel. So, and that was why Chief Agabi SN said he will not go to court without seeing Zekom and me. He said he will not go to court. Despite the fact that Onyendu has briefed him to come and be with us in court, he said no, he can't go, he can't be in court without seeing us. Then the meeting was scheduled, and we attended the meeting with him. We had a meeting, a very wonderful discussion with him. He's a very nice man. I was commended. Very respectable elder statesman. So we had a meeting, and he said, no, Ejiofor. I said, Professor Kome, let me say this to you. You have been my friend for so many years, and I hold you in high esteem as a very intelligent and regular professor of law, and very senior advocate of Nigeria. Please, I was briefed to be in court with you people. But I'm not going to be in that court without you saying, Chief, can you come and be there? Because I've been in this case. And it's a mark of respect. So, and the purpose for which she was not telling is clear. So, it's something I will not mention here because there was some private, privileged discussion between client and lawyer. So, I can't discuss it here. So he came in there, and on that day, it's because he has to also announce appearance because he's the most senior lawyer who is in court with us at that day. So, and that has not changed the character of that case. I want you to understand. And his coming in does not entail any form of amendment in that process we filed. This was adjourned for hearing on that day. He just stood up and announced appearance. I was going to took up the case and lead counsel and addressed the court, and he adopted abuse, argued extensively, correctly, and the matter was adjourned for judgment. So I don't think we'll have problem with him coming into the matter, except those who has been scheming to bring in confusion between the two lawyers. But I know to them that these guys have known each other for so many years. So I'm not part of the point that he has a reason why Onyendu brought him in, and that reason is known between them. So, and he's coming in to court on that day. I don't think has affected the character of the case so far. I will be very honest with you. So, and I don't think he has done anything to any of us that will warrant any attack on him. I don't think so. So, and as I had mentioned earlier, it's Onyendu's prerogative to bring legal rights to bring in lawyers and expand his legal field. I don't think I have a problem with that. So, now the matter has been concluded in Supreme Court. Today is coming up for judgment on 15th of December 2015, is 23. The judgment will be delivered, and that will be the end of the case. So, if there's anything Onyendu wants Zekom to do for him, he will now give a first brief. Or wants Agabi to do for him, he also give a first brief. So, this is how it works. I don't think there's any problem or probably any confusion about it, or he's coming in to take over the case of this. The council, no council, not important because the matter has been concluded before he came in and announced appearance first. The matter has been concluded. We retain these who have replied to their briefs, and also they find their own respondent paper, their reply brief too. So I don't think we have a problem with that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Barrister. Awarekwa na onye werizira aka enu believe ife niile kwu dabara ọfụma o dochara ndị be anya nwezi ajụjụ ọzọ m ga-achọzi ka anyị chịkọtaba ihe niile onwe bụrụ okwu isi ekwu ya gbasara religion ọ ga-adịkwa mma na etinye maka na itinyere ọnụ ọ ga-adịkwa mma na Onyendu nwere idea maka na ife na-emezi kịta ọ na-achọ ịpụ imi na n'Igbo eme agba ya nkịtị Igbo amara ihe akwụghị na ya body keep I am here, Iberi by Kanka. Before you know it now, one day we're here, Kokobo one there, Sana Memperechi. Always be him will you put give I wear chocolate.
Just a walk, Nwachineke, just a walk an advice. A kind of, no, I'm not here to condemn anybody or an advice because him and the advice now. Going in a war, now boy, while people are not here. It's affecting, I believe, is causing a lot of distraction to our people. I don't know today, and they are not trying to Lagos. They are close to no. They're not receiving much attention, from our people. I don't know today, buy some places are taken over by criminals. If I don't think I can't come, I don't matter what here. Yesterday, come on, my friend, for matter chief, they believe in us, living good. With you, but the is that I issues, but it's for me and you. But when I jump with your phone, like a religion, you know, I want the Bible now. But my father died at the age of 99, and he died a traditionalist. My father as a traditionalist. I buried my father 2012. After my father 3 days, the one that first, second, and third, 2012. And as of today, the whole work Muslim in Anambra State to that my father there. The whole Muslim in Anambra State, those that I hold my father daughter. I can challenge anybody. If you are going to my father, please come for my father. The whole one on a while, I hold my father. You don't understand of it. Here I don't buy because only a joke of face talking like that. Obuno like the face so that you can see, many friends today. I'm very close. Bishops, I have a lot of people, bishops, so the point is that now, in Kenya, face here, happiness that here, other than everything. All you do can could when they won't another head going to how business going there. Only they mean was on the because. But then I come although you never come around, let me know when I go, bro. I don't want to encourage the situation whereby somebody will come out for you and I can you can do what I do without mentioning people's name. You know, I can do what I do without mentioning people's name. I can tell you this, let me say this publicly. At a point, England and Anambra State came to visit and someone took I sat them down in my house and I advised them. Who said my father, my uncle, or reached them, we the whole world. My father died a traditionalist. Nobody home never can damage our well. Only the moment and I quite know when you go for life, honey. You can be doing what you're doing. And some kind of drama connect and I so I made to develop. See, I only come up only constant plans conduct on the bank here. When I joke up, you only one of money with a man 1,000 or 5,000. Now, who's going to pass up on the man? You do I came to Andada, you got to Andada, you know, you all the truth. You didn't cause up, you see, you never can't get me off. I don't come something like happy handed in your journey. You will power. If you made that Mando commanding the moment, you will know come can the canoe. No one work against. If addition that is devoting that time to your passalia, by now the whole around there, and people around there, you will not carry. Oh no, when you have Joe Melambon the kind of way to the car, you know, I'm going to add a packet. Then I jam or go on, no go can I hear an event visited. The way they come on the workage. You can't start to order a put on the one day put on up on the die. Up on the die. Uma come and go, whom I go. One man the canal put here I have to do. So what time I did the miracle? The will tell whom I come on the workage. We are very important to everybody. What is very important to us. And I put that and be buying only angry everywhere. So you know, this is the one of advice. So see what I can recruit. See now you can no weapons. When there's no only go woman. That's no don't can. You can be doing those things now. I can corona camera without a person mention people. So I would have advice and I want because yesterday I can do something. You might go put them one day, yesterday, one day, now going to have. I don't think it's tidy. I don't think it's proper. So all advice in the end, come on, I again today. Thank you so much. I don't condemn. I don't condemn. It's freedom of religion is a right. It's a constitutional right. It's all where I like stop and tell me because of video. I'm an Ejiofor. Now, I first see only one man will attack you. That's the most important thing now. First year, so that by Friday, I apply. You know, I'm just doing it. Thank you so much and God bless all of you. Thank you for having me in this platform. Yeah.
Ndewo, thank you very much, Barrister. Ngwa n'Igbo ndị ọma na-ege ntị ụmụnna unu anụgo anyị ga-achịkọta n'ihe ebe a. Ọ bụ na redio Biafra nwanne anyị onye nke anyị onye ọkaikpe anyị onye na-ejikwa afụ onye ndu anyị ọ na-afụ ya anya ka okwu ya na ekwu okwu ọya nwa nọnyere anyị n'ụbọchị nke taa ife abụ ofu afọ anyị na ya kpakọrịtakwa nkata n'afọ gara aga anyị na-emekwa taa. Barrister, anyị na-asị gị jide nke ije egwu atụna gị ma ndị ọjọọ na-eme efefa na-eme IPOB kwụrụ n'azụ. O nwerekwana ndị karịrị anyị na n'Igbo kịta ofu nkwa m ga-ekwe gị. O nwere ndị karịrị anyị n'ihe ha ji wee ego ha nwekwana ebe oyi dije ha ego enwe anyị kwụgị na akwụsị kwụsị gị ike maka ị na-arụ n'anyị ezigbo ọrụ. Ya bụrụ ọgọdụ ụmụnne anyị na-eje na-akpọpụta akpọrọ ha kpuchie ndị zụrụ atụ ka ama ị na-ejecha nwere bi na-anaghị etinye sọsọ ya godu sọsọ ya alone na-enye anyị obi aṅụrị. Anyị kwụgị n'azụ dịka HOD Maazị Chike dozie m si wee kwuo na anyị kwụgị n'azụ onye asịzi na ya pụta mee mana anyị mana nwere ife ọya ma nwekwa ife ya mee gị Chukwu okike abịa ma nọnyere gị ọya na-edu gị na-eche gị mgbe niile. Ndewo Barrister. Ndewo.
So God bless you. Nwachineke, that really true Gozono for having me in this platform. I'm a fellow being angry. And if I'm to come on by Tata, I become believe so to the extent. And the other program movement, you got to be behind them. I can the bias. Why not go for no rush or go to the Canada? So now I can you check. I go on up. Mana ndakaji aka ya rapụta Chineke na-ebele Chukwu aka Chukwu because ha na-eme ihe mkpọkọ nọ ndị mmadụ ọ mara ihe eji aka ọcha eme ịghọta ụgwọrọkwa nke efu m na-alụ ụlọ ụgwọ onye na-ego sisi mbido ọlụmalụ ndị ya ndị ba ndị ya onwere onye nwa nara si na na-akwụ ụgwọ n'ọgwụ ata na-akwụ ụgwọ na-eje mara onye product fund but I spend almost a minimum of 1,000 every week he just sponsor my candidate content but I'm not complaining so here na Chukwu na because Chukwu has the work paying me back. And God is paying me back because I run a very efficient practice. Even big offices, I go down and I won cases. I win my cases everywhere in court. So and nobody cannot put it there. So here now you man do I say that you can help me how you had a mellow, had a mellow, had a mellow die. Go ahead and attack a snack in 100 million. They got it. So thank you very much and love and God bless the US. Bless Chike Dozier. Bless the receiving. As a matter of fact, as I've said it before. Open the kind of wisdom that guy needs and doing an echo. By now, I could that cattle. I took Jack Jagosi. If that guy will go so about gossip even better. So you can look better. Not the kind of attack. Unafu is okay apathy. True. Don't Guana, Niana. Let me talk with like with this about on our fair. So, a plan in Pebuna on 15th of December. 2023. Mazi can be free. Thank you and God bless you and have a wonderful Sunday and week ahead. Thank you. Thank you so much.